Hello, welcome to the Football Social with Sky Bet. We are live right now for a watch-along between Liverpool and Barcelona. It is the second leg of the Champions League semi-final. Delighted to say, making his debut on the Football Social, a man that played in the Champions League final, Jermaine Pennant.
Come on!
Thanks for coming on the show. You looking forward to it?
Oh, yeah, very much so. More of the game, though.
Yeah. Brutally honest, this is what we like. Alongside him, of course, a man making his... What number of appearances is this, Hamill?
I believe this is 19.
19, Chris Hamill. You get a round of applause as well?
Thanks.
Dave Jackson is also with us. And alongside Dave, we've got Ash in Social Corner. Ash, just remind the viewers how they can get in touch, because the viewers are a massive part of this show. How can they get in touch and what are you looking for?
Please come ask your questions. Get in the YouTube comments, Soccer AM or Football Daily, or on Twitter, at Soccer AM, at Football Daily. Please get in touch. Let us know your questions. Ask some good ones, ask some bad ones, and we'll ask Jermaine all the questions as well. Get in touch.
That is how you get in touch. Loads of ways you can get in touch with us. And, of course, at half-time, Jermaine, we'll be doing a little Q&A with you.
Yeah.
There's so much to talk about through your career. So we'll be getting some Q&A questions from Ash for Jermaine. Of course, everyone who is tuning in now will be aware that Liverpool have a massive task on their hands. Some people say it can't be done, but it has been done before. We've got a few Champions League comebacks just to give Liverpool fans that glimmer of hope that it can be achieved. 2016-17, PSG were 4-0 up against Barcelona. Many people remember this famous night. Barcelona won 6-1 to overturn that. Only last season, this was in the quarter finals, Barcelona 4-1 against Roma, then Roma beating Barca 3-0 to advance to the semi-finals. And way back in 2003-2004, AC Milan had a 4-1 lead over Deportivo La Coruña. Deportivo winning 4-0. So, Jermaine, it is a huge task for Liverpool tonight. How do you assess this game? Because Liverpool just have to score early, don't they?
They have to score early, but, you know, losing Salah and Firmino is a massive blow. You know, the task was hard enough as it is, and then to lose them two now, it's got even harder, on the verge of almost impossible. But, you know, they've been in this position before in AC Milan. You know, not over 90 minutes, over 45 minutes. Yeah. You know, they came back from a 3-0 deficit. So, you know, it can be done, and I'm sure they'll be thinking about that game, and you know, that's been gone over in the team talks. That, you know, it's not over yet.
Yeah, Hamill. First leg, you weren't with us for that. What did you make of that? Because it was an incredibly open game, so many chances for both teams, but obviously the key one being that Liverpool didn't score that crucial away goal.
Yeah, I was still buzzing from interviewing Scott Brown, and it's a shame that he's not gracing Champions League football this season anymore. But the real crime in all of this, I've got raging heartburn, by the way.
No.
The first leg, I mean, Liverpool, we expected Liverpool to be extremely mobile, extremely high press, frenetic sort of energy, and we got that in the opening exchanges. And I think people will agree that we witnessed maybe, you know, the greatest one-man performance in this stage of the Champions League over the course of the 90, because Liverpool, even by, you know, metrics that we use like expected goals, and extremely unfortunate to lose by a 3-goal margin. But, I mean, I did have my reservations when I saw Joe Gomez at right-back. I'd have liked to have seen Trent Alexander-Arnold play that game, because Jordi Alba kept getting in kind of time and time again when they were sitting off him. And that opening goal, that ball that he put in, he's been doing that all season. Be interesting to kind of see how those individual battles pan out today. Liverpool didn't deserve to lose, but, I mean, who could deny Messi one last Champions League at the peak of his powers?
Yeah,
no one, apparently.
Unbelievable performance. You mentioned the teams there, and the team news is in. So let's first look at the home side. This is how Liverpool are setting up for tonight's match. Importantly, they make 4 changes from the side that started in the Nou Camp last week, as Naby Keita and Mo Salah miss out through injury. Big miss that for Liverpool, and Joe Gomez and Wijnaldum both dropped to the bench. So in come Trent Alexander-Arnold, Jordan Henderson, Shaqiri and Origi. It's Liverpool. Alisson in goal. Alexander-Arnold, Matip, Van Dijk and Robertson to make up the back 4. Midfield 3 of Henderson, Fabinho, Milner, and then Shaqiri, Origi and Mane up front. Interestingly as well to point out, youngsters Ryan Brewster and Ben Woodburn are among the substitutes. However, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is ruled out as a precaution due to a slight muscle strain. And of course, Roberto Firmino also unavailable. So some big injury misses for Liverpool. This is how Barcelona are setting up. Unchanged side from their 3-0 first leg win last Wednesday. Luis Suarez and Coutinho will therefore both start on their return to Anfield. The La Liga champions lost 2-0 at Celta Vigo on Saturday, but Valverde did name an entirely different 11 with the league title already secured. So this is how they line up. Ter Stegen, Sergi Roberto, Piqué, Longley and Alba at the back. Vidal, Rakitic, Busquets, and then Coutinho, Messi and Suarez Jermaine, there's just so many goal-scoring options in that team. I mean, Liverpool need to try and prevent Barca scoring, but do you see... I mean, how do you stop this Barca team from scoring? You've asked so many people this and no one seems to have the answer.
The best option is stop Messi.
Just like that?
Just stop Messi, you know.
Stick James Milner on him. Come on, Jimbo.
How do you stop Messi, though? It's very difficult.
Well, they tried at the new camp and, you know, they see what happened there. So, you know, you can't stop him. You just have to hope, you know, he has a bad day at the office, which, you know, it was quiet when he played at Man United. Yeah. You know, he does show up at all times, but, you know, away from the Barcelona, he's not as a formidable force as Liverpool saw. So hopefully, you know, he has a quiet night, you know, fingers crossed. Come on, Liverpool.
Come on, Liverpool, yes. A former Liverpool man, desperate to see Liverpool turn around a huge deficit, Dave.
Massive deficit.
Thoughts on this game? Is there any hope for Liverpool at all?
Of course there's
We've
hope.
seen some very famous nights at Anfield, haven't we? If any team can do it, a Liverpool team that can turn this around.
I think the thing is, like, the Liverpool, the one team, they're just a different animal when it comes to European nights at Anfield. It's going to be ridiculously tough. But, you know, if a team could do it, you probably, particularly the form they're in as well. Let's not almost forget, like, they're in amazing form.
Yeah.
You know, they've lost one game this season and... Well,
incredible, they've lost one league game this season.
So they're just, yeah, I think they've definitely got a chance.
Ash, let's come to you, Social Corner.
Yes,
I know you've been asking for questions. Let's get the first question in.
Some
from the
fantastic
viewers.
questions.
I can see that there's loads of questions
coming in.
Coming in.
To note, Hamill, your hair is looking fire emoji, apparently. Is that what
Thank
they
you.
put?
Wow.
Loads of comments
After
about
very
that.
little
mate.
else, so that is nice.
Loads of comments about it. Are there?
Loads of
Okay.
comments, mate. Yeah, a couple for you, Jermaine. Actually, one that if I can get in front of the comments first and ask you a question myself. You played against Messi.
Yeah.
How did you try and stop him that night? How did your team? Was there a plan around it? Did Benitez have anything in the team talk? Was it about Messi or actually
No, it was just
his
about
mate
the team
Ronaldinho?
because they had a lot of firepower. It wasn't only just Messi.
Yeah.
It was Ronaldinho. It was Deco. So they had a lot of people you had to be scared about.
Yeah.
But, you know, whenever Messi got it, I come as a picture of me, Mama Sissoko, and Messi. We'll just try and literally just kick him, basically.
Really?
It's not advised, but it didn't work.
Loads of questions about coming in from social. So, Jermaine, the first one, I'll ignore that one for now, but what do you think, one of the questions, this is a good one actually, would your style of play suit Barcelona? Basically, they're saying, would you get in front of Messi in this team because you play right wing?
Someone! Love that. Someone. Me or Messi?
Maybe in like 96 when they finished fifth.
I love the question. I love the answer to the question as well.
The answer's better. The answer.
The answer's better now. Listen, Messi's a world-class player, and look, let's be serious now. I won't. But
Yeah. Another one actually from Akboom7 is, what did Liverpool do wrong in the first leg? This is to everyone.
nothing.
No.
They did nothing apart from, you know, the look wasn't on their side. Mane should have scored. Salah definitely should have scored. Milner should have scored. It's just sometimes football just goes that way. You have a few great chances, you don't score. Barcelona didn't have that better chances, but they scored 3.
They were clinical, weren't they?
Just
right.
that's the way it is.
You mentioned the first leg. We can have a look at our predictions for the second leg. We've all had a little taste of what we think is going to happen. Some interesting ones here. Don't forget, this is with Sky Bet. You must be 18 plus. Full terms and conditions apply. So, Jermaine, you've gone for Origi first goal scorer and a 2-1 home win for Liverpool. That is at 40-1. I've gone for Mane to score first and a 2-1 home win for Liverpool. Hamill's gone Suarez 1-0. That's at 25-1. Dave Jackson's gone for Van
Definitely
Dijk
over
first
five
goal.
at that, isn't it?
3-0, 400-1, David.
It's worth fiver, isn't it?
And Ash, you're the only one that's gone for Barcelona here. Messi to score first. Barcelona 2-1, 22-1.
Absolutely.
Boring.
How has no one said Messi's going to score the first goal in this game?
Yeah, I know. It is a very good point. Yeah, you're the only one with Messi. We can have a look at some Sky Bet price boosts as well. Some loads of incentives for you to get involved with Sky Bet. Don't forget, once again, you must be 18 plus. Full terms and conditions apply. These are just some of them that you can get involved in. Mane and Messi both to score. That was 7-2. That's now at 9-2. Messi to score from outside the area. How many times have we seen him do that this season and in seasons gone by? That was 5-1. It's now 13-2. Van Dijk to score a header. If Will Braves was here, he certainly would be having money on this. That was 11-1. Now 14-1. Suarez to score and Barcelona to win in 90 minutes was 11-4. Now 4-1. And Liverpool to win 3-0. 25-1, Jermaine. Now 28-1.
Yeah, see, people are not backing it. So, no, it's a tough ask. You know, it's a tough ask, and I hope they do. An early goal, first 10 minutes. If Liverpool get a goal, then cats amongst the pigeons.
Dave, first goal scored. Do you mind us who you went for?
Virgil van Dijk.
Virgil van
With
Dijk.
the corner, all the pressure, they'll push, they'll get a corner, ball will be swung in, Van Dijk on his bounce, boom, 1-0. And then the pressure starts to build.
Yeah? That. Really good. You sounded like you're a manager there.
Oh, I bloody should be. I bloody should be, Smithy. I'll get him right up for it.
You sure you're not a Liverpool fan? Yeah, you just want to get him on stage?
I'm Arsenal fan.
Okay, we'll move over that. Chris, how do you think Liverpool will approach this? Because they need so many goals, but obviously the fear is if they do concede, they then need to score 5 to go through. So it's a bit of it's strange how we think they're going to set up for this. Do you think it will just be gung-ho from the start from Liverpool?
I mean, they can't concede, can they? And their form, in the league, it's just as well they've got kind of the meanest defence in order to mount a task like this. Van Dijk, more to the point, Van Dijk's partner needs to be bang at it as well. Obviously, the game's just began, so we'll see how that pans out in the opening minutes. But Firmino is the huge miss here. He brings either, the striker either side of him firmly into play, and when he drops off and he creates that space for them, that's why you see Mo Salah have a litany of chances.
Yeah.
You see him having 4 or 5 shots a game because of the off-the-ball work that Firmino does. And Messi's already
the game has kicked off. We're in the first 30 seconds. Jermaine, that's what you said.
That's what I said.
Get a bit physical. You won't like it.
But this is the same midfield that they set up against PSG with, right? Combative, industry. I mean, that's been the case of Liverpool's midfield all season, but they're going to need to be, particularly Firmino, bang.
40 seconds in Liverpool. Chance, Liverpool! 45 seconds, Liverpool.
Shaqiri.
You can just get a sense of the atmosphere.
Well, that's how your corner. Van Dijk, it's coming in. It's coming in. It's coming in.
What's Shaqiri done there?
Shaqiri's actually mishit that. It's just gone across the box and Alba's got a touch.
Are you ready for this Van Dijk header? Are you ready for this?
Corner for Liverpool, a minute on the
Jackson,
clock.
top off if this comes in, mate. Get that six-pack out.
I don't know, man.
Here we go.
Right.
Who's taking the corner? Is
Very,
it,
very
Alexander
lively start for Liverpool. The ref just
Alexander
started.
Arnold, hasn't it?
Ref just
Arnold,
started.
Would you like to play with a fullback like Alexander Arnold? 11 assists this campaign.
Hey, great, isn't he? He's doing absolutely.
Did you have VR in this?
I'd have been playing it probably a couple of years longer. If I didn't.
Don't even need a right winger.
Go on, let's get this off round, pal.
I'll take in.
I'll just chill here, mate.
Well, just look, I think Barcelona complaining about this push, Chris. I don't know if you saw it, but a tiny push on Lionel Messi's head. Lionel Messi not happy. Robertson's over the ball.
Shades of the Ronaldo hair grab.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot in it, but Barcelona not happy. Messi and Robertson
Barcelona aren't happy.
still having words.
I just feel like I feel it's a bit silly to try and wind Messi up. Just let him go a little bit. You don't really need to.
Here we go. Corner for Liverpool. Whipped in.
Yeah, do you know whose head we're going to get in? Messi's.
Yeah, it's the one.
It's going to work. Wow.
Jermaine, got to get your thoughts on a famous night at Anfield. The atmosphere. We can just sense now that the place is rocking. What is it like
100%.
playing at Anfield in a Champions League night?
It is like having an extra man, a 12th man. Yeah.
Is it? It's not just something the lazy commentators say.
No.
Literally,
It's literally a true statement. You get that little energy, adrenaline rush. So when you're on that attack now, that little chance there they had there, the fans would have.
You want it again.
It would have roared,
Yeah.
and it pushes you, gives you that little momentum. So it's brilliant. And without them fans, that Liverpool faithful, we want to be that Chelsea in the semi-finals to get through
You think
to the final.
you wouldn't have beaten
100%.
Chelsea without the fans?
Without the fans that day, we worked our socks off. But they gave us that little extra bit, and it does play a massive part. And I know we felt it in a positive way, and I know for a fact that Chelsea, was a bit. Oh, this is daunting.
Did you speak to a few of the players after since then?
Yeah, because Ashley Cole,
Yeah.
my good friend at the time, he was going, "Wow, that was electric."
Really?
And obviously he can feel it sitting like they're all cheering for us. So.
And he goes back to Chelsea where they're waving celery around.
So it's
And of all the clubs you played for, because you played for many clubs, of course, Anfield, in terms of the home stadium, the best atmosphere you've experienced as a player?
Yeah, because of the history of it, going to Anfield, that alone gives you a little edge. And when that fans are singing the way they do, and you never walk. Till now, when I go to watch Liverpool, if they start singing "You Never Walk Alone," the air stands up on the back of my neck.
What about the best stadium away from home? Any memorable away nights?
Trying to think here now.
Apart from Athens, obviously. I mean,
Yeah.
Go on.
Chance Liverpool again. Ball slips in.
That's the way night. I think I always used to lose when I went away.
blocked it out your memory. See, Divock Origi is actually playing down the centre, so he's going to have to do an awful lot of work in the same way that Firmino does. Firmino makes 2 or 3 tackles a game, and that's a lot to ask from someone who's not had much football this campaign. than Divock Origi. So he's got.
But he'll be up
he's
for
got
it.
to put a big old shift.
Yeah,
in,
100%. But he'll be up for it, and this is what you get paid for to make your name for yourself.
Might see Sturridge late in the game.
Well, depending on the scoreline.
Would you have started him over Origi? Experience?
No.
Or no?
No.
Really more mobile.
Sorry, Dan. I'm just he comes in with big goals. Origi, and he's showing that on against Newcastle.
Yeah, true.
He has scored some big goals.
Some very big goals. So it's a big game. So hopefully you give him that 90 minutes, he can score a few big goals tonight.
Few.
Yeah, just a few of them might get the third.
Imagine the scenes.
Origi
Origi hat-trick. Get the odds up on that, Chordog. In the gallery. Bloody hell.
So 4 minutes gone.
It's been a bright start for Liverpool.
It has been a very bright start for Liverpool, isn't it?
This is what we needed.
Liverpool badly need this early goal, but the atmosphere will just lift. If Liverpool get this early goal, the whole place will be rocking.
But I think that's the thing.
More.
Like, do you see what this? Like, they've only got one way to play here. They can't try and be. It's just go for it. You know what I mean? So it's if it's not good enough, then it's not good enough.
There's a great quote from Jurgen Klopp in an interview that I was reading in the build-up to this, where they were asking him about the lack of creativity in midfield, and he was just like, the press is the creativity. Like winning the ball in the final third. That is his substitute for creativity, and that's why he can sort of afford to have 3 proper odd men in central midfield.
No, it's true. I'm not surprised he's picked Henderson and Milner in a game like this.
It was the same at PSG, I was saying earlier, and that worked really, really well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that, all over the keeper,
Another
pressure.
corner. Dave Jackson's called Van Dijk.
Van Dijk on the head, mate. Watch this.
It's all right, that 6-yard box is packed.
Oh, you can barely see.
All in the 6-yard box.
Is that
So
on
chance
purpose
Liverpool,
to,
another corner, whipped in, 5 minutes on the clock.
Come on, Trent, mate, you're better than that.
You are better than that. You are better than that.
Are you surprised to see Trent not starting the first game?
A little bit, yeah, but I can understand his reasons for it because Alba, a little bit more defensive shape. But I feel that if Trent was started, Alba probably wouldn't have been forward as much because Trent would be pushing him back. Sometimes your best defence is offence.
Okay. Because we had Glenn Johnson on the show as well, and he made an interesting point when we were doing the watch-along for the first leg, saying that if you're Trent
go on, it's a bad header.
Alexander-Arnold...
Go on, Henderson! Go on, Henderson!
Big game, big players.
Wow!
Eat it, Louis.
Cats amongst the pigeons.
Oh my God! How many cliches can we relapse?
It's not over till the black lady sing. Come on, the boys.
Squeaky bum tied down. Good
Henderson did
bit of
well.
fortune there. Keeper should have done better.
Awful from Hendo.
Well done.
Easy to support Liverpool now. They're not winning the
That's a
Premier
bit
League.
of Suarez look, that is.
Henderson, saved by the keeper. And Origi's
Rebound.
That's what he started
Rebound
from Sturridge.
Origi.
You had Origi first goal scorer.
Did you?
Yeah.
Go on, let it go.
Again, it is all Liverpool.
Why Liverpool?
Oh my word. It's actually on. They
And for
actually got the early goal.
absolutely rocking. There is. I want to be there.
Wow.
We might do some views after them.
7 minutes on the clock. It is Liverpool 1, Barcelona 0. You don't need me to remind you that means the score is 3-1 on aggregate. But there's loads left to play. Let's get straight to social corner. Ash, I can see that your stream here going absolutely crazy with comments. There must be some very happy Liverpool fans right
They
now.
are absolutely wrought goal with about 100 A's. 1-0, yes, Origi. Everyone's so happy with that. They're buzzing. There's a question, if you want to answer a question at this high energy point, but who's been better this season, Mane or Salah? Who would you have in your team? If you had to pick one.
Tough question.
Do you know what? Salah
Thank you, Harry
scored a
Turner.
lot, obviously, more goals, well, only one more. But I would say Mane. It's actually been a better, Salah chipped in with goals, but Mane's actually, overall been a better player.
I felt like when Salah had kind of dipped, not in form, but in goal scoring. Mane was the one that picked up and scored the goals.
On one of our shows, Sunday Vibes, I also said Mane because I was picking in a 4-3-3 team of the season, left-hand side, Mane.
Corner for
20 goals.
Barca? Ooh, sorry, Chris.
But when you got my gut instincts was that Mane's goals have won Liverpool more points this season.
Yeah.
But one of the statisticians that I followed went through all.
Oh, chance for Liverpool again! Oh, my God! Wow, it is all Liverpool.
That's so nervy, Barcelona.
Liverpool Football Club in this football match.
It's so nervy.
I tell you what, if Liverpool would have scored an away goal now, it would have been...
Yeah, I know.
It would have been a different game.
Just the one.
Just the one.
That Salah one.
And they had chances, Jermaine, as well. Big
Salah one
chances.
now.
Long story short, but Salah's goals have won Liverpool about 24 points this season.
Oh, really?
24 Salah's goals. How many in Mane's?
And Mane's about, individually, it was less than 9.
So Salah's scoring the important match
Salah's
goals,
actually, contrary to popular belief, has scored more important goals.
It is mad we think of Salah not having a season. He's top scorer in the league.
Yeah, it was that February-March time, wasn't it? He suffered a lot and he didn't score against the big boys and he got a lot of bad press for it. But still scored a barrel load.
And Liverpool on the attack again, in the box. Mane.
No!
He's claiming a penalty. The refs on that, of course, we do have
VR.
Should he have gone to VAR, Jermaine?
Absolutely.
Is that because it was for Liverpool?
Yeah, he's El Benito, isn't he?
What do you think my Spanish?
Poquito, amigo.
Lovely.
Was it Real
Zaragoza, yeah.
Oh, football manager knowledge there. What's Jermaine Pennant doing?
That's clumsy.
Is this? We'll talk about that in a minute. Is this a penalty? We've just seen a replay of that.
He's
Thoughts
got
on this
inside. He's got on the
penalty
wrong
decision?
side of him. That's clumsy.
It's clumsy.
Is that a great switch?
And the ball is out of play.
I'm
Wow,
liking this.
Huge start for
10 minutes
Liverpool.
on the clock. This is good stuff.
No Salah.
No Salah, no Firmino.
No Firmino.
No.
This is the replay of the penalty. What do we think, team? Is this a penalty or not?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
There's a coming together of legs there.
That is
No, I
clumsy.
feel like that's
Translate.
the contact's initiated by Mane as well, isn't it?
What's going on for Mane? And it's another corner for Liverpool.
He's offside.
What a start this is.
Oh, Fabinho's
Fabinho's
very angry.
He's on a tear. Come on,
Fabinho and
Fabs.
Suarez.
Very angry at Suarez.
Luis Suarez interestingly saying before many press outlets that he wouldn't celebrate if he scores tonight at Anfield. He did celebrate in the first leg. Hammer, your
Great
thoughts on that?
tackle that was.
I have no problem with people celebrating against their old team. Unless you're a Totti or a Buffon, it's totally understandable. But the idea of when Sterling celebrates when he scores against Liverpool, and they nicked him when he was 15 from QPR. People kind of seem to forget about the formative years of players' careers. But Suarez not having a great season, picked it up a little bit, but 25% off the pace from where he was last season, which just shows you that Messi's just defying everything.
600 goals for Messi on the same day that he scored his first ever goal, same day many years ago, of course. Jermaine, I want to get your thoughts on how we're talking about how Liverpool have set up. Are you surprised with how open Barcelona are, given that they have got a 3-0 lead going into this match? How open this match is?
It's just Barcelona. Barcelona don't only play one way. They won't shut up shop just because they're leading. That's not Barcelona. They will play, keep the same formation, the same shape, because they believe and know they will score goals. Like I said, they're just trying to get the nerves now. They're just trying to find the feet.
I guess it's the thing, isn't it? Because Barcelona, if they get one, the game's done, isn't it? Really? So if they
Not many people will press Barcelona like this in the league, though. So you have this unreal intensity, and I'm not surprised they've been caught cold.
And look at the celebration, look at Klopp, look at the Liverpool bench.
Absolutely nuts. It's going on.
Absolutely crazy when Origi scored that goal. Another big goal for Divock Origi. Jurgen Klopp doing that as well.
Giving it the shush.
I love it, Jurgen. That.
Who to? The away fans? What?
Probably Suarez.
We say he's a big game player. That is Divock Origi's first ever Champions League goal. What a time to get it as well. Ash, let's get straight to you. Social corner.
Yes, mate.
What are people saying?
There's a lot of excitement in the comments. Everyone is bang up for this game, and a lot of the comments are in favour of Liverpool, saying they're going to get back into it now. Everton 1-2-3 said Liverpool are killing them. Liverpool are going to win. I think he made a mistake. I think he's an Everton fan. Meant to say Barcelona. Jermaine, another one for you about Jurgen Klopp as a manager. Do you think you would have liked to play under him?
Well, from the form he's shown, I'd love to play on him.
Yeah.
He seemed like he's a nice guy as well as a manager, and he's getting so much out of the players, and they all seem to respect him, which is great. So I would have really enjoyed playing under him.
Who did get the most out of you as a manager?
Steve Bruce.
Yeah.
Because
Birmingham.
no matter what I did, he always started me.
Fair play. Loyal is Steve Bruce.
Yeah.
You're not even joking, are you, either?
I'm not. I'm deadly serious. I always
touch.
gave him though 110%.
Yeah.
As well,
Really?
because the faith he showed him and what he done.
Was he like man management? Did he just make you feel like the best player?
Yeah, brilliant.
Really?
So hence why I got my move to Liverpool from there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Barca are sort of in here. Great crossfield pass. In the Liverpool box.
no foul.
Chance for Messi!
Oh!
Big save from Alisson to deny Lionel Messi what would have been a huge goal in this tie. Don't forget, if Barca score, Liverpool need 5.
He's off there.
goals to go through.
He was off.
Come on, David.
No,
Come
check
on,
it again.
David.
Do a little rewind.
Check it again.
Not many teams create that quality chance in the Liverpool box. Like that's maybe worrying signs at the start of this game now. Barcelona starting to warm into it a little bit.
Do you know, I'm not worried about if Barcelona get corner. They shouldn't be scoring above big Virgil and Matip, you know. Yeah.
We normally take them short, don't they? I don't know why that's gone straight into the box. I don't know who they're aiming for. Piqué's been the only one that could head a ball at Barcelona for about 5 years.
What a start.
I suppose.
Forget we've only been playing 14 minutes. What a start. Liverpool
Breathless.
chances. Great
Smithy.
starts to this huge second leg.
Favourite Champions League game so far of this season?
Spurs. City Spurs.
City
second
Spurs,
leg.
yeah.
Pretty iconic.
That was unbelievable.
Carnage, wasn't it?
That's exactly what it was. It was carnage.
Just
There was
carnage.
so many goals.
Yeah.
In the first 20 minutes, there was so many goals. Unbelievable game.
Still had everything, didn't it?
Yeah, you don't see many teams going to City and playing like that.
Well, if you think that
Scoring
City won
goals like that.
13 games on the bounce in the Premier League, only conceded 3, I believe. The fact that Spurs have scored 4 against them today in 2 legs is pretty
Mad,
impressive
isn't it?
when you consider that. But it was a mad. I mean, the first 12 minutes was just crazy. Is that one of those games? If you played in games like that where you set up, you have a game plan, and then it goes completely out the window
Out of
after
the
10
window
minutes?
because something goes wrong straight away, yeah. It's good to be involved in because you don't know what's coming next. and you know, it's just like a free-for-all. It's like training, practice. But
I imagine
you have your
Benitez
shape.
hated
Yeah.
that. He seems
Yeah,
like
it's
such
very
a
tactical.
pragmatic.
Yeah,
It's
very
what-
structural and tactical, yeah.
What manager had the most, the sort of strictest game plans like that he wanted you to adhere to?
I would say Benitez.
Meticulous.
Yeah, I can remember at times where I just wanted to just be a little bit free.
Really.
Oh, Liverpool are in here.
Oh,
Big
Jermaine,
chance for
they're in.
Liverpool.
Barcelona, Messi!
And the game's cleared.
What? Why did why is Husband not shooting?
That's
No,
massive.
I'm
They will
quite
literally
happy.
square it to Messi wherever he is on
Wow.
the pitch. Was that Jordi Alba breaking?
Yeah, it was.
Why didn't he
should have
shoot?
scored, man.
Albert should have shot. He squared it to Messi.
Massive chance.
Well, I'm glad he
And it was
didn't.
cleared,
But he
yeah.
should have
I mean,
shot.
that's the most prolific partnership in Europe, I think, at the moment. Alba to Messi. So, you know, he's just...
Was it, I thought
but you're
Fraser
in
and
so
Wilson
much
would be
of a
close.
shot, but-
Oh, from Bournemouth,
Yeah.
potentially.
Good shout.
They've got like 7 assists.
At
or
one
something
point, it was
ridiculous
as
for each
Peter
other.
Morata, and then I think it was Alba
Yeah, I
to
remember
Messi, and it very well might be.
That could have been game done, set
that's
match.
massive.
Take
It's
care,
a
good
massive
night.
tackle from. Was it Matip? Got the foot in.
Thank God that didn't go in.
Big chance for Barca.
Stream had just gone.
Thank
I'd have just
God that
gone.
didn't
No
go
one would
in.
have noticed.
So Liverpool clean on 1-0. Been the better team, has to be said, but that was
Yeah.
a big chance for Barcelona.
The dream is still
Dream
alive.
is still on.
Adam.
And also worth pointing out, Liverpool haven't conceded a Champions League goal at Anfield in 367
Yes.
minutes since Kylian Mbappe scored for PSG in September. The Reds haven't kept 5 consecutive home clean sheets in the competition since October 1984. So the Reds are in good form at Anfield in the Champions League, and we can hear the atmosphere as well, which Jermaine described as a 12th man. So things going very well for Liverpool so far.
So not the only English team that need to produce a comeback, Adam. Do you fancy your chances in Amsterdam at all?
I
Being a Tottenham
I think
fan?
they're well and truly alive, Chris. I mean, 1-0 after
Yeah.
one leg, it's well and truly in the balance. I would
You
say
did well to escape.
Oh, Messi!
Oh.
Messi!
another chance for Barcelona.
Suarez!
Oh, hello. Right, they're starting
I
to
just want to
produce.
say, if you're going to push a ball out, that's how you do it.
Yeah, starting to
You know,
produce.
because they just done. Barcelona obviously keeps.
It's a good point, 'cause it was similar to the goal Liverpool
Same as
scored.
Origi just scored because he pushed it back into
was
play.
parrying it away,
You've got to parry it well
Alisson's
outside.
at it. He's going to have one of those nights, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's-
Look, if he
yeah.
parries it straight, here
Yes.
comes Suarez.
Good save, Alisson,
Look,
parrying it
see.
away from Luis
Top
Suarez.
like a
breaststroke then.
It's such a good signing, isn't it?
push it out
It's-
wide.
I
all
mean,
the
we saw
worry.
the first leg being open, but this is even more open than the first leg was.
He's one of the best keepers one-on-one. I think he saved 80% of the shots he faced in the box last campaign. 80% for Roma.
What? Chance for
Messi!
Lionel Messi again, left drive, low and hard,
Starting to
just
get-
past the
What a
post.
game.
What a game of football this is. Get involved
Look at
in the
him, he's on
questions
mark.
at Soccer at Football Daily. Let us know
Who's
what
marking
you're
Messi?
talking about.
Messi. Who's
marking Messi?
Yeah. Squeaky bum time from the 18th minute onwards. Eric.
This is fantastic.
That's the ways you can get in touch at Football Daily, at Soccer, and please use the hashtag #TheFootballSocial. Get your questions in, get your predictions
Get on
in,
the stream,
because
get
this
in
is
the
a tie
comments.
that is impossible to predict. None of us have a clue what is coming next. It could be 3-2 Liverpool at this rate. We've only been playing 18 minutes. Let's get some of your questions, Ash.
Chance?
I'm reading all the comments, so get in the comments, please.
Get some of your
That had
comments.
gone over to a Shakira on the right, they're indecent. But...
Wow, what a start to this game there is. Come on,
Question in the comments, who would you pick, Ter Stegen or Alisson as your goalkeeper? Your number one.
Good question.
Alisson.
Yeah,
You know,
Alisson,
it's
really?
Yeah, but because he's been tested in the Premier League.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, go on!
Have a dig.
You know, Barcelona, they don't really get tested that much. You know, you've got your few teams.
Did at the start of the season, they were defensively
true.
suspect.
Strong challenge from Henderson. He's not happy with that, waves his arms in the air, just gets on the deck. It's been given as a Barcelona free kick.
As long as he avoided the yellow.
So you went Alisson, Hamill, Ter Stegen?
There was a point last year where I think Stegen was the best keeper in the world.
Tough question.
I'd say Alisson's just over Ederson in terms of best keeper in the Premier League. I'd be very happy with either, but I've watched more of Alisson this campaign. So. David De Gea will bounce back, still one of the top 5 goalkeepers in the world, but on current form, I'd rather have a scarecrow.
I'd take that over most United players at the moment, to be honest.
I feel like we can breathe for the first time all game.
Not seen a lot of Shaqiri.
19 minutes gone, no.
Shakira.
He beat you to it. Snip's actually itching to say that. Itching.
So I've done it on. Great to have Jermaine on. Very lively first 20 minutes, Jermaine, to this show. We're loving it.
Question from Kieran Roddick. What do you think Company's goal last night? Was it the best goal of the season?
Wow.
It's not. I don't think it's the best goal of the season, but it's one of the most
goal.
enjoyable. It's an iconic. That's it. It's an iconic
It's
goal.
worth talking about. They did have this debate on Monday Night Football.
Oh, James, that's a yellow, mate.
Strong tackle.
That's Suarez.
They did have this debate, which was the goal of the season, and they, Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville narrowed it down to the Townsend goal, also at the Etihad, and the Vincent Kompany goal as 2 of the standout goals. Where do you see if you had to pick a favourite of the 2?
Probably the thing about Vincent's what makes it so good is, like I said, it's iconic. How important that goal was and what it could mean for Man City. But you can't take away Townsend's strike. Absolutely.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
It was watching it. And I was watching it. You was watching another game, and I went mental.
Such a good goal.
You said goal of the season, didn't you?
Yeah. So,
but Hazard's against West Ham, do you remember that? When he picked up deep and ran through about.
I was a massive fan of Schürrle's goal as well against Burnley, was it? Do you remember that? When he took the ball down from about 50 yards,
Oh, yes.
Controlled it and then cut it from head height into the corner.
I thought it'd be a really good signing.
I agree. I think in terms of technique, Townsend's I feel would be the hardest to recreate.
Yeah.
But in terms of what it meant for the Premier League title race, it just seemed like a defining moment of the season last night.
Yeah.
Well,
that's just like when football script.
And the thing is, he's never
go wide.
ever again in his career.
his
Did you
last
see his
shot
quote
outside-
afterwards as well? When he said, "I heard young players telling me not to shoot," and I thought,
Yeah, I
"I've
love
done this
that.
far in my career to take, to be told when to shoot by a young player."
Did you see the clip of
Absolutely went
Aguero?
for it. He
Chance,
rattled.
Liverpool! This game is so open.
Jermaine, your best goal for Liverpool against Chelsea, was it?
Yeah, for
That
sure.
was a stunner, wasn't
I
it?
had my mate running out at me at the same time. And
Ashley Cole. Oh, really?
Yeah. So he was calling out at me, and I thought, I'm shooting it.
It's a great reason to be your best. Not the fact that the goal was
Not many
a great
people,
strike,
yeah.
but that's the.
Not many people got past Ashley Cole.
No,
one day.
it was probably one of my hardest opponents as well.
Yeah,
it was
of course.
like a little, a pest. He was.
Did you
always there.
give him some stick after that goal?
I didn't. I just kept it quiet. I kept it humble.
Yeah?
And as I was walking back, he went, "Yeah, that's a good goal." I said it all. That was enough for me.
Great strike. Wearing some nice mercurial vapours there as well that day, weren't we?
Back in the day.
Knowledge, Ash.
We good football boot chat we had actually.
Wow, what start, Dave, eh?
22 minutes
It's
gone.
amazing, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
Told you,
Oh,
man.
fantastic.
Hey,
Good
Suarez,
defending.
get up.
Oh,
big
go on
boy.
then, Verge.
Manny's in it.
Big man's
delay.
Take time.
Take time. Take your time.
Oh!
What a strike
That's a
that was.
big save.
God,
This
he's
is
caught that
such
well.
a good game of football we are witnessing here.
Oh, Suarez is.
Oh, mate.
Oh, he's up miraculously.
Just a casual 2-roll.
Suarez wins the free kick. I think
He's going to get. He's
wants
getting
more.
Get stick,
he's getting
isn't he?
trolled. I'm telling you, he's getting trolled.
He's
he
getting
is.
rattled, isn't he?
This is instant. Virgil van Dijk and Suarez both going for their
Please
header.
explain to me.
Not a lot in that, is there?
What for?
There was a little sweep at the end that could have been a free kick, but he actually didn't make any contact. But
Hang on, this is a chance just now. Another
when you
chance
get
for
first
Liverpool.
I don't know. I think if he's playing with
He's
Firmino,
caught
he knows
so well,
exactly where
isn't
Firmino is at that point. I think
Love
he's
that
probably got to take a look up and think, Divock, you're standing on the front post, mate.
It's down there with Barcelona. This is end to end.
Question
What
from
a match.
Kasir Sanger. Do you think Luis Suarez is overrated?
No.
I don't think he's
No,
overrated
no,
at
I
all.
don't. He's a top.
I think he's
top
probably
player.
top 3 number 9s in the world still.
You've got to say he's a great goal scorer. He's not going to say, look, he's going to give you Ronaldo or your Messi, what they do, like going past people with nearly-willy, but he's a great goal scorer, that's what he is.
Who was the best goal scorer you played with?
Oh, I played with 2. Thierry Henry and Torres at the time.
Torres
when he was at Liverpool,
Torres in his Liverpool,
and obviously Thierry
unbelievable.
Henry.
Henry,
And
surely.
you said 2 because you probably can't
on.
decide between them. Is that?
I would say Henry.
Yeah.
You know, he was...
Did you like look up to him when you were playing, kind of learn from him? Is that
I learned
guess
from,
all the,
I learned from the whole of the Arsenal team then.
Did you?
Yeah.
You know, the best Arsenal team, you know, for decades, I reckon. You know, Thierry Henry, Bergkamp, Perez, Ljungberg, Vieira, Petit,
You know,
Adams, Dixon, Cole.
unbelievable, isn't it?
7th of May 2003, Jermaine made his Premier League debut hat-trick against Southampton.
What's the date today?
7th of May.
On this
day,
day,
yeah,
on this day.
On this day, yeah.
Hat-trick on your Premier League debut.
That's pretty special.
Yeah.
That must be one of your proudest moments.
Yeah, it was.
in
It
your
was.
career.
It was. You know, because I was itching to always, start. I would never really start. Come on here, I was itching just to finally get a start for Arsenal, and when it came, and the hat-trick came, I couldn't believe it. I can remember Thierry setting me up a few times, and one of the goals on the hat-trick one, I went, Thierry, thank you. After the game, he was ripping for about a week. Like in training room, when coming for training, he'll go, Jermaine, thank you.
Love that.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
But the thing with that was the start of the unbeaten run, wasn't it?
Yeah,
'Cause
so,
we just lost league to Leeds, didn't we? At Highbury, and then we made changes, didn't we?
Yeah.
We kind of went on that run.
So that was my
the
piece
start.
to the unbeatable.
Yeah.
How's it starting to, coming through the reserves and training with those guys? Because you hear lots of stories about sort of like the dedication of Bergkamp, the sort of the way that Keown and Adams trained. Like, what was it like just being in training with people of that stature?
So, right, you say training, but it was still daunting. Going out and then training with them, you didn't, even though it's training and it's relaxed, then it's there to make mistakes. You actually didn't want to make a mistake.
Yeah.
You didn't want to give the ball away in a training game.
That must raise your level, though.
Yeah, it did. Every time you play and you was out there to try and improve, and all I used to do is go, where's Thierry? Let me give it to Thierry. And he can do something wrong. It's not my fault. Well, I'm a good ball.
Who was the best in training?
Bergkamp.
Oh,
Bergkamp, he was like a
Dennis
magician.
Rodman.
He wasn't
Immaculate.
rapid, but he would like
Yeah.
just, get away from you.
Bergkamp's range of goals were incredible. Wasn't it? Some of the goals
You
that he
name it,
scored. And that Leicester goal he scored, the one for
Newcastle.
It was World Cup as well against Argentina.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
just
that's
so
like
many.
childhood memory.
Oh.
I love that guy so much.
I remember reading an excerpt from Robin van Persie as well, and he's like, I came in from training, I was in I don't know, sauna or recovery, like ice bath or something, and he said he still saw Dennis outside training, just taking free kicks, just by himself. This is when he was in kind of the twilight of his career, and he said that's when it kind of twigged for him what it took to become a top player. He said he watched him for an hour, 2 hours after training, and Dennis Bergkamp was just hitting the top corner every
Love
single
that.
time.
I love stories like that.
And obviously that's why Van Persie, he says, added free kicks to his roster.
Really?
Yeah.
Crazy,
So I
unbelievable.
mean, to have those guys around you must have been like, what an education.
Was Van Persie there when you were?
Yeah.
Arsenal? Yeah. You remember him coming through? He
Yeah,
came from the
I
final,
can't-
didn't he? When
yeah,
he was younger.
from when,
A bit tasty when he was younger.
He was,
wasn't
wasn't he? He had a
Bit of a temper on him.
temper, yeah.
Apparently, he was a bit of a cage fighter. That was like the rumour. When he was yeah. Well, I don't know if that was just
Jermaine,
a
put it
rumour.
up.
That was just a
You ever
rumour.
try and set up any cage fights?
Well, I never saw him have a little tear up with anyone in there, but
Oh, chance for Barca.
Messi.
Messi again. On the edge of the box, lots of red shirts behind the ball.
Been a bit more control from Barcelona, hasn't
Oh,
it?
that's the
What's
ball.
the ball from Messi? That is. Oh, danger is cleared. It's just quieting down a little bit for Liverpool now. They started on the front foot. All Liverpool in the first 20 minutes. Last 7, Barcelona just been a bit quiet. Barcelona's slowly getting back into it. But if Liverpool fans want more reason to be happy, here's a good stat for you. Each of the last 3 teams to score in the opening 7 minutes of a Champions League game against Barcelona went on to score 3+
Was that
goals.
PSG, Roma? Who
Was
else?
Roma.
and now Liverpool.
And now,
Liverpool, there we go.
so another reason for Liverpool to be happy, although there is a corner for Barcelona which has been whipped in. 28 minutes on the clock.
What a ball.
What
Oh
a
my
pass. That is
Such a good
offside.
pass.
Absolute
Offside.
sicko.
Offside
from
has
social
been
corner?
given.
Love this one. Noah, tell Dave Jackson he has a nice haircut. A lot of comments about the hair
cheers, mate.
tonight. Yeah.
Comments, very bizarre. Just have a look
Yeah.
at that offside. It was the correct decision, we think, looking at that replay.
I feel if I was the linesman, I'd never flag against anything Messi did because he just saw it 10 seconds ago, and you're just like, who am I to tell him that he's wrong?
Jermaine, you started in the 2007 Champions League final. What do you remember everything about the game, or is it like a blur now?
No, I
looking back
remember everything.
Do you?
I remember, do you know, even the theme tune, walking out to that, it's just brilliant.
Where did the confidence come from to take that game, you know, the ball by the horns? Because you were man of the match.
It was just more, you know, the first 5 minutes, just don't do nothing stupid. Don't put yourself under pressure. Just, you know, be simple. And, you know, as soon as when you do something well, as soon as you beat a man, you're like, oh, yeah, I feel good. Yeah, that confidence comes in. And then I wanted the ball more and more and more. And then after that, it was, you know, I just, like I said, just took the...
Who was it down that flank that you had a beating of? Remembers everything.
Yes, I do. It was Zambrota and Maldini on that side, wasn't it? Yeah.
Maldini.
Yeah, I remember that. They played like a free.
Maldini.
So it was Zambrota, I think.
Wow. That first 5 minutes we said you just wanted to keep it simple. Was that coming from the manager or that's from you, your own personal?
That's for me, yeah, my own. Like all the games I kind of played. Like if it was a big game, it's like just, you know.
Were you a bit guilty of beating yourself up if you made a mistake early doors then?
Yeah, you kind of get into it a little bit. Like, oh, yeah, your touch was off or your pass was wayward. So the first five minutes I used to just get, you know, make sure I do everything right. But if I do something great, then that confidence, I'm ready now.
Yeah, correct.
I was listening to Peter Crouch. He was saying he was gutted because he didn't start that game, and he was saying he was like, I think he was top scorer or second top scorer in the Champions League that season. And he was saying he was gutted that you didn't take the game to Milan more, in that you didn't start like two strikers. I think was it Dirk Kuyt was the lone man and Bellamy and Crouch on the bench?
Yeah.
Do you agree with that? Do you think if you'd had a Crouch in the box, you would have been putting balls in?
Oh yeah, because obviously that. By the way, the amount of goals I've got, Crouchy, I need a... Crouchy, if you're watching this, pal, come on.
Give a shout out. Go on to that camera there you are.
Crouchy, yeah, your next podcast and the goals I've got you, mate.
Crouchy, he's a friend of the show, Peter Crouch. You know, get in touch, Peter Crouch, in the comment section.
No, yeah, but it does make my job a lot easier, you know, because that was my game, is putting balls into the box. So if he was there, and it would have took the game a bit more to Milan.
Just a little bit of an incident that happened in the game. Jordan Henderson's down. What do you make of this challenge here? Because he's not happy.
Is it a scrape on his...
He's been down for a long time.
It didn't look malicious, but there was a bit of a trailing foot, wasn't there? I don't know if he just...
His studs would have probably clattered to his knee, so it's a little bone bruise in there. It's not nice, not nice.
It's one of those ones where for the first 30 seconds, you're like, sweet
yeah, I
Jesus.
think I
and it looks like he might not be able to carry on. He's been down for a good minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Has he got any history with that knee? It might.
There's movement on the Liverpool bench as well. This is not.
It's nice to see Wijnaldum being proactive though about getting warmed up, because you don't see that an awful lot now, do you?
Wijnaldum looks like he's stripped and ready to come on. We're looking at the body language of Henderson now. He's got his head in his hands. Yeah. He looks absolutely devastated. The physios are with him.
I think the thing is with this, like if Liverpool are going to need players at 100%. So if he's got a starting up, there's no, they just get him off.
But Henderson won't be saying that to physio. He will not want to be coming off in a game of this magnitude.
I agree, but
the positive here is that Gini is a like for like player. Arguably, you know, has much more range. Is probably more likely to get you a goal. So in terms of the ability in a starting 11, it's not going to affect it massively, but. I mean, Henderson's very defensively sound.
The thing is, it's not a twist. It's not it's a bang. So you know, the most it's going to be is a bruising.
Might be able to run it off.
Hopefully that can buy down quickly.
It is an area, though. I think, like for like, you've summed that up perfectly well. It's an area where Liverpool do have so many players of similar ability in that midfield three, don't they?
Yeah, 100%.
That it's not a bad sub to bring on.
No, of course not. So you know, he does a great job, Henderson, for the team. And like I said, if he was to come off, it won't be, you know, like it's like for like.
Yeah.
So,
It looks like he might be coming on. He's on the touchline.
Yeah, he's moving a bit better now, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, Naby Keita is coming into the fore this season. He's out at this game, is my understanding, isn't it? Having a temporary lapse.
Yes,
but he would have been really useful in this game. He's starting to show a bit of form and you know.
Do you think he would have started?
Given a good indicator. I think owing to the last few matches, and he's much more box to box than Jordan Henderson. He's actually got like so last year in Germany, a couple of key passes a game. He's got that little pass inside the box, which Henderson doesn't really have in his skill set. Like he's nice and like nippy.
He's tidy, isn't he?
A little bit more,
Been a good run of
little bit
form there
more
in terms of
intelligent,
research.
Yeah.
with
A
his
bit more
passing and with
creativity
his
as well.
dribbling, yeah.
Like I said, when he got injured against Barcelona, I did say that this is a big loss for Liverpool because he kind of bossed that little midfield.
And he was dismissed, wasn't he?
Yeah.
As a bit of an expensive, mistake, despite still assimilating into the side. And I think next season he's going to be a big player for them.
I think that's what Klopp does well. He does bring in players for big fees, but he doesn't throw them in unnecessarily. Like Fabinho, when he first came, he didn't start for a lot of games. Even Andy Robertson, it was like between him and Moreno, wasn't it? Left back for a while. Now look,
Yeah, I'm
Robertson's one
not
of the
sure
best fullbacks in
if
the
it's
world.
rubbish, but he apparently told Fabinho like his English wasn't good enough to play in the side yet.
Really?
Yeah.
That's quite
John
interesting.
Pass on the attack.
I guess if you
That's
take
what
it,
you've got to do. You've got to stuff him out.
guess if you
Snuff
take
him
in
out.
very specific
That's it,
order.
have that as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a
Go on,
free
mate, come on.
Liverpool broken down.
Milner.
Now it's Liverpool on the attack.
Referee! It's an arm, it's an arm.
Send
him! Oh, wow! El Bandito! That's what he is, I'm telling you.
Jermaine Pennant not happy.
Not happy, no.
That's the first time El Bandito's been used in a football social. There should be more of it. There should be more.
So Manny went
Like
down, he
Colombo.
claimed a free kick, not given, and the ref actually signalled for him to get up. Pennant not happy.
Absolutely not, man. You're that WWE, that. Jesus.
34 minutes on the clock. It's been a great start for Liverpool in this second leg of the Champions League semi-final. Currently 1-0, losing 3-1 on aggregate. Get your questions into us. We'll take your best questions about the game and to Jermaine Pennant at half-time.
That's nice.
Yeah, Vidal.
That's
Oh,
nice.
wow.
It's nice.
You know the passage of play from Barcelona, Vidal at the heart of it.
Chance
as
for
well.
Barcelona.
Not where you want to see Jordi Alba, is it? And Sergio Roberto.
And the ways
They're
you can
obviously
get in
not
touch
that
are on the
phase.
screen now. At Football Daily, at Soccer, please use the hashtag #TheFootballSocial. We will pick the best questions. Let's get to Jermaine at the half-time stage.
Got a really good question from Archie Kershaw. Jermaine, when did you feel you had made it as a player? Was it Notts County when you got the move to Arsenal? Was it when you made your Arsenal debut? Was it the Champions League final? At what point did you think, right, this is it? I've made it as a professional footballer.
Whoa, it's when you sign your first pro contract. I've started to live my dream.
Yeah.
So once I've signed that pro contract, said that I'm a professional footballer, and it was at Arsenal, that's when I realised, right, well, this is what my path is now. And so that's
When you signed for Arsenal, do you remember a lot of what Wenger told you? Did you have like loads of conversations with him? Was he like really encouraging to you?
Well, when I first signed, I was only 16, so I would have been dealing with more of the youth academy. Liam Brady at the
I was gonna say,
time, he
Brady
was a
was-
director, so it would have been talking to him. And I did meet Arsene,
player he
you
was.
know, welcomed me to the club, and just said, keep your feet on the ground, and
Nice.
hopefully you can do well. And so yeah.
Was he good with youngsters?
He was good, yeah. He was daunting though, because he's a tall man, and he's like a bit like a headmaster.
Yeah.
Yes sir, okay Arsene, okay, yeah.
I like that.
36 minutes on the clock. You feel like there's going to be another big chance
Before
in this
half-time,
half before half-time.
Liverpool can go in 2-0. I tell you what, brilliant.
Going back to the previous incident, by the way, it wasn't a free kick.
Wasn't a free kick, not for you, no?
I didn't see it.
No, it was just like good defending, really. Just ushered off the ball. And you can forgive Mane in a game like this for kind of looking for a free kick in that position, can't you? Like 37 minutes, Shaqiri can rattle them away from there. He's not been as influential as I'd like in this game because I like Shaqiri. He's got an awful lot to offer. He's kind of a little bit like Naby Keita, and he's got that ability to unlock a defence, but he's not really been on the ball on that right-hand side.
Yeah.
Prefer him a little bit more as a number 10.
Yeah.
He kind of played well in a 3 as well, didn't he, earlier on in the season? But he's been out of it for a couple of months now. Big ask for him to come into this game.
Some good football, isn't it? Head it back to keeper. Oh, no, don't do that one.
Well played. Look at that from
Cleared
for
by
me.
Virgil
That was-
van
that was
Dijk.
class.
Virgil van Dijk making his 50th UEFA competition appearance tonight. Easy for me to say. Of course, PFA Player of the Year. Deserved for you.
Yeah.
Sterling's
100%,
obviously
mate.
had a good season.
Yeah, Sterling's had a great season,
but
but-
he was the standout for you, Virgil
But
van
what
Dijk.
Virgil's done for Liverpool is humongous. The defence has just turned, completely different. They're solid,
There we
and
go.
he's made not only the defence but the whole team better
And chipped in with goals as well.
as well.
So, I mean, you played with Gerrard and must have emanated a lot of those, that same confidence, exuded that same confidence. What was it like playing with Gerrard?
Oh yeah, he's like I said, a fantastic captain. Everyone looked up to him, everyone respected him. and you know whatever he says kind of went.
Because when you arrived, he must have. That was when they were burning effigies, shirts, because he sounded out after the Champions League win that he wanted to go to Chelsea. He was having that kind of split decision, wasn't he? So it must have been a weird time to have arrived at Liverpool.
Well, when I arrived, you wouldn't have thought that because he was keen. He was, looking forward to the season, and you wouldn't have thought anything different. So, I don't know the ins and outs of all the rumours of the Chelsea.
Jose really wanted him, didn't they?
Yeah, but to me, it looked like he was set.
Best midfielder you played with?
In the modern era, probably yes. The best, but obviously, I played with Big Pat Vieira, and like I said, he was immense. What the things he could do, not only defend but going forward as well. His range of passing, his goals, his skill, and he loved flicking over people's heads. It was like every time he did, ole! It was brilliant. He loved it.
I think that was Wenger's biggest mistake, letting Vieira go when he did. And not being able to replace a man of that stature and that command.
He was worried about Cesc, wasn't he? Cesc development.
Yeah, it was silly. The fact he was our captain as well, and and we talk about players he probably should have signed, but I think his biggest mistake was letting Vieira go when he did. I really did it. As a kid, watching Vieira just drag us through games, and maybe not winning them, but certainly not losing them. Going rolling sleeves and going right, we are not going to lose this game today. And yeah, I think that's one of his biggest mistakes.
Slight worrying sign for Liverpool fans. Robertson's been down for quite a while now. We just saw shots of Jurgen Klopp as well, and he looked very animated in the touchline. Interestingly, Mo Salah, we saw it in the crowd with a T-shirt on saying "Never give up." That's what he's got.
The positive guy.
I love Salah. That's brilliant.
He's like a Sesame Street character, isn't he? He's so pure. Robertson will be all right. He's made of elastic, isn't he? Like Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah, Jurgen Klopp did not look happy when he went down.
Engine on him.
He knows how many assists and how good he's been, Robertson, this season. They need him to stay on this pitch. It looks like he's going to carry on. He's just gone off.
Hey, that's what I like. Brazilian, huh? Marama.
What was the kind of when you went to La Liga with Zaragoza?
Yeah.
Was the playing style and the way it was kind of differentiated? Was it screamingly obvious, or were there just like little subtleties?
No, it was screamingly obvious. It wasn't as physical. It wasn't the tempo wasn't rash. It was more about technique, technical ability. Even your lower teams in that league, pass it about like you see your top teams. So for me, I enjoyed it. I know that I wasn't going to get someone like Martin Keown smashing my Achilles to bits. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Dusan Tadic has said as much, hasn't he, in recent interviews for Ajax, that he physically the Premier League just got too much for a player like him,
really?
A creative player. And then he's gone on to contribute to 54 goals this season.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Just goes to show, that the Premier League is very, very hard. So for people like Ronaldo to come to this league and do what he done, the credits and the goals he scored, and it's.
Sadio must sneak it in.
Just out ahead of Sadio Mane.
Needs to be perfect.
41 minutes on the clock. That would have been a big goal for Liverpool.
2-0 before half time.
Off his line.
This reminds me of Celtic versus there's a team from Kazakhstan. and we had to beat them.
Oh, I know. Cuban.
It began with K. Yeah, and we had to beat them 5. We had to beat them 4-0. They beat us 3-0 at their place, and we did. Bloody
Ruben
Kazan.
Kazan?
Bloody
Is it
Chris
Ruben
Commons.
Kazan?
No, it wasn't.
Or they Ukraine?
It was a far inferior team to Ruben Kazan.
I like that.
Oh, he's done well. I like that.
Krasnodar, is it? That's
Krasnodar. No, it wasn't
Robertson.
Krasnodar.
Don't shoot.
Corner though. Van Dijk coming up.
It was literally a team with no pedigree. You wouldn't have heard them otherwise.
Let's get back to the game though, because Liverpool, big chances. Just looking at Robertson deflection.
Handball!
Vidal, I think that is
That's an unnatural position, isn't it?
Dave Jackson handball.
Definitely handball, unnatural position.
Artura, what a nutcase.
Driving on the floor.
It's another corner for Liverpool.
Go on, Shaqiri, you little stump.
That's what everyone
Get
was saying
that ball
last
in.
night, one there to Vincent. Don't shoot. Top corner. Oops.
Little flick on
Go
near
on,
post.
big Virgil.
Bam.
Corner whipped in from Shaqiri.
Oh, they can't get past
not
that
beating
first
the
man.
first.
Oh, hello.
Alexander.
A ball!
Break on.
Barca have a
Can't
chance
get
to
caught.
play it
This is
now.
what they do
Messi
so
breaking.
well.
Barca breaking.
Messi backstick.
Quite
You
quickly.
think
That's Arnold.
you think he's slowing the game down and he just picks the right pass every single
He
time?
does.
Messi is on the ball.
Offside!
Gorgeous
Is he giving it? Not
That's
giving
nice,
it.
that's nice.
The danger is cleared.
Come on then, Jordan.
Can Liverpool nick another goal before half-time? 43 minutes.
Shaqiri is having an absolute humdinger.
I think the occasion's got to him.
Is there any? There's no one else that can play on the right-hand side.
Unless
Ben Woodburn.
Ben Woodburn, yeah. Or,
Take a
or-
bow. No,
Move-
he'll
Brewster.
persevere with him because at least he's a threat from set pieces as well. But I mean, that corner didn't really.
I'd actually like to see Brewster come on. He's been injured for a long time, hasn't he?
Bruce, yeah, it might be.
Like,
What
you
a
see,
game.
Klopp said he.
What an occasion
beyond
that would
him.
be for him.
Brilliant. See, Klopp said he'd 100% play next season as well, which is nice.
I've seen a great
Yeah,
deal
they'll probably
of
get rid of
Coutinho
Sturridge
either
right now. I
this
think
game.
his contract runs out, so
Yeah,
Ryan
exactly.
Brewster will get his minutes. Sturridge has had, I think, what, 500, 600 minutes in the league.
I've seen a great look at Coutinho. Obviously, 54 goals he scored in all competitions during his 5 years at Liverpool. 22 of those goals came from outside the penalty area. He is a 10-to-1 price boost to score from outside the box in 90 minutes. That is in Sky Bet. Don't forget, you must be 18 plus. Full terms and conditions applied. 10-to-1 price boost for Philippe Coutinho to score from outside the box in 90 minutes.
Nice. Definitely have a fiver in it.
Got
This is. Go on.
Last
go on,
chance of the half, you
No,
fear.
go on, mate.
Did you have a question, mate?
I've got a very good question, actually, from Kex Van 2. How do you sum up Liverpool's season if they actually don't win anything?
Daylight robbery.
Really unlucky?
Yeah.
Unlucky. Daylight robbery. What more can you actually do?
Yeah, you take no sort of pride, I guess, in being the best team never to win the Premier League, which is ultimately
No.
what they would be. That's no like recompense for them, is it? But like it's a huge upgrade on last season. So, and Liverpool has been a kind of an ongoing project. Maybe they're a little bit further than they expected to be. They're so much further ahead of third place.
Yeah.
So
It's
if they can add, if they can add a Nabil Fekir, if they can add, just one more player.
Is that what you think they need to add, another attacker?
Probably a creator.
put pressure on the
creator in
three?
midfield.
Oi, 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 that was naughty.
Tell you what, it's a big moment in the game. Oh,
A yellow.
big moment in the game.
Hold on a
Jermaine,
minute.
you think this should be a red card?
Well, if it's a foul, it's got to be a
left with his
red. It's an
elbow,
elbow.
Let's have a look at it again. Sergio Busquets.
No.
that's-
Yeah,
Oh,
I thought it was more of an
not even a
elbow.
booking.
Yeah, it's a little booking.
Just
Is that about right?
Yeah. I thought it was an elbow. I'm saying, because if it's an elbow and he's giving a foul for an elbow,
Then he's seen it, hasn't he?
it's
Yeah,
got to be a red.
That's pretty unfortunate to be booking.
Yeah, it's harsh.
I'm biased though.
Yellow card for Sergio Busquets. 4 minutes on the clock. Get your questions in for Jermaine for half-time. We'll be doing a Q&A with Jermaine at
it's loads.
half-time.
It's
You got loads
absolute
already?
crackers, yeah.
What do you
it's
boys think about
cracker.
Liverpool season then? Are you going to write it off as a failure if they don't win anything? Should the money you've spent, should that have yielded some silverware?
It's not a failure because they've come so far, but as a player, do you go into next season deflated going, what else can I do?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Or do you go, right, we got this close, we'll take that next step next season?
Yeah, I guess in a sense, look, lads, let's have a good summer. We've gave everything we could have, and any other season would have been champions.
Yeah.
Well, I think the stat is the last 11 seasons they would have won 10.
Well, yeah.
If with the way they played and performed by the points, so
Yeah.
it'll go away, go like we gave everything we could have. Let's hopefully next season we can replicate that, maintain that, and hopefully this time it will be good enough.
Yeah.
If Liverpool get to 97 points, which they will do if they beat Wolves, that points tally would have been good enough to win every single Premier League season except last season.
It's
So that it's an interesting point Ash makes there, because if they do lose this game and go out the Champions League semi-final and get to 97 points and don't win the Premier League, psychologically for those players to get over, that must be so tough. They've only lost one Premier League match all
Especially
season.
given that Man City are 100%. Oh,
Shaqiri,
God, he's having a stinker.
especially given
was
that
he out last night?
Man City look like they're going to sign.
Oh
Bruno
no,
Fernandes.
this could be
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Only
Messi!
getting better.
Messi!
Oh, chance of Messi wide.
Dragged it wide, dragged it wide.
I like that one.
You like that? Yeah, you can have that. I can tell he likes that.
He's having an absolute.
But that is
stinker.
going to be very tough to lift those players, isn't it?
Yeah, they're definitely deflating. Definitely deflating. Like I said, I think the league or the FA should just give them a trophy. Just to say, well done. Take your ass off to you. Here you go. Take that.
That's what the League Cup's for, isn't it?
Right, surely this is the last chance of the half.
To be fair though, like 1-0 going half time's
I'd be happy
fantastic.
with that. You'd
Yeah,
definitely take that.
Yeah,
at the start
Liverpool
of the
have
game,
taken this at half-time before the game, you'd have thought.
This has been like this is why a lot of Barcelona fans are moaning about Valverde, because
Corner.
come on, let's go.
Corner for Liverpool.
he will just sacrifice Barcelona as an attacking threat just to kind of take the sting out of the game. And this is kind of what they're doing, isn't it?
Yeah, Milner's on it now. Shaqiri's.
Yeah, it's good.
Big chance for Liverpool.
Virgil, you ready?
Big
Big
Verge.
Verge.
Here we go. Corner whipped in from Milner.
They need to beat this first man or
Hasn't
put
beaten
someone
the
on
first
it.
man.
It's interesting. Alexander-Arnold, Shaqiri, and now Milner have taken the corners. as
Messi's
well.
open it. If he finds the pass.
One of my pet peeves in football, not being able to get the corner past the first man.
Lionel Messi.
Oh, what's the ball?
Pass.
Good save.
Wow, what a pass,
Pass,
Mr. Messi.
that
But Jordi
pass.
Alba has just sprinted all the way across the pitch there.
that's
He's
why
at the
he's-
free in that left-hand
blowing.
side, yeah. So we say, Joe Gomez didn't pin him back.
Oh, just looking at
What
his
a
offside.
pass.
It wasn't
What
offside.
a pass.
You know, when your
Good
left back's
decision.
making runs like that, you've got so wary, haven't you, on the counters?
That is the half-time
Good
whistle.
football, that.
It is Liverpool 1, Barcelona 0. Don't forget, Liverpool trail 3-0 from the first leg, so it's a 3-1 aggregate score currently, but brilliant first half from Liverpool.
Fantastic.
Divock Origi, Jermaine, as you predicted, with the only goal of the first half.
Yep, I know my football, don't I?
Brilliant. Right, so that is the scene at half-time. While we catch our breath, what a half of football that is. Ash, we can do a little Q&A with Jermaine Pennant. Before we do that, because we've been flooded, I'm just looking at your computer now, so many people joining the stream.
Loads.
Just quickly remind the viewers how they can get in touch for the second half.
Please, we're answering all the questions. Get in touch at Football Daily, at Soccer AM. Get onto the streams and join us in the comments.
Right, let's go.
Jermaine, there's a lot of questions coming in for you.
Yeah, oh, Jesus.
I'm going to start. I'm going to start with the controversial,
Yep,
and we're going
let's
to
go.
start with Big Brother.
Oh, what's this got to do with football?
That's a valid point.
Jesus.
Talk to us about Big Brother. Why did you go on Big Brother? Were you talked into it by someone, or is it always something you wanted to do?
No, it wasn't something I always wanted to do, but I thought it would just be a good way to people probably to, get to know me.
Here we go.
See
Here you are.
what, here we go.
Look at that.
Sell a few books.
It was an experience, It was an experience that it's finished now, so I'm not going to get again. So
It's a smart suit.
yeah.
How tough was it going into Big Brother? Because obviously none of us have ever been in Big Brother and unlikely to ever go into it. And
Yeah,
people say
it's tough.
It's tougher than
Yourself,
people
Adam.
think.
Yeah. The first week's all exciting. It's all it's all new, and it's they give you a lot of things to do.
Yeah.
To not and then once that novelty wears off, they start playing mind games with you.
Oh, really?
They don't. Yeah, because you obviously don't know what time it is. There's nothing going on the outside where you don't have a clue.
Nothing.
Yeah.
We used to guess when to eat, of what time lunch was, breakfast and dinner. I used to go out there, I used to think I was the daddy. I was just going, yeah, well, the sun's gone there. I know this by playing golf, so it's about 5 o'clock now, so we used to just do stupid stuff like that. And then they don't give you nothing to do. From like when they wake you up, you don't know what time you're waking up at, they don't give you enough to do all day, and you're sitting around there, you try and have a little sleep, and they go, this is Big Brother house. You're permitted to sleep in during the day. So you put the glasses on. This is, I'm not, I'm just, sun's in my eyes.
Wow.
So it just gets a bit boring after a bit, but it is a mind, just mess with your mind, and it's tough.
Okay.
It's tough.
Good first
And
question.
then the second controversial one, we'll get him out of the way. Jeremy Kyle.
Yeah.
You went on Jeremy Kyle.
Yeah, no. Well, it was more than just going on Jeremy Kyle. I had meetings with the ITV bosses. It was, it wasn't just to go on there because they said, look, Jeremy, I went on the radio show with Jeremy.
Right.
And he says, look, come in our show as a celebrity special. And, also meeting the ITV bosses to see what we could do for the future, which was a good meeting. Got a lot of things across, and so it wasn't just going on Jeremy Kyle, but it was a good way as also my wife to come out and say her part because she was quite over the old misdemeanors of me being a lad,
Fair play. Fair enough.
I'm just a man,
There we go.
Non-football again. What is your Nando's order?
Oh, I've got a few here.
Random question, isn't it?
It's a very random question, but it's one of my favourites.
Large peri chips,
Yep.
chicken in pita medium, double cheese, 3 Peronaise.
Double carb there.
3
as well.
Peronaise.
Yeah, 3 Peronaise. Oh, yeah, I go in on the nays. I go in on the
Wow.
nays. Yeah.
No, I
and
respect that.
sometimes
Got a
if
very
I'm
dry
hungry,
mouth.
Wings. 5 chicken wings medium as well.
There we go. Other chicken establishments
Little
are
wing
available, of
roulette.
Are
course.
they?
Nando's, if you want to sponsor me, I'm all good to go.
What did you do with your first pay packet at Arsenal?
Good question.
Oh, Jesus. What did I do? Probably went shopping.
Yeah?
Went to London because obviously being a Nottingham boy, going down to London, so I think I went down, I went to London, treat myself.
So you alluded to it earlier, but you said Steve Bruce, but is he the best manager you played under, or is he the one that got the most out of you?
Yeah, I would say the best manager I played under was Arsene Wenger.
Yep.
His tactical knowledge and what he used to, how he, got me as a player you know, what I learned through all the other players and what he'd done for everyone else. He was the best manager, but the best man manager that I've got good for me was Steve Bruce.
Steve Bruce.
Good questions. Give them a shout out as well. Who's asking these questions when they come in?
So, Footy Owen, Will Brazier. Actually, Will Brazier's a massive. He's on the show a lot. He's a massive Birmingham fan.
Isn't he?
He's gutted he's not here tonight. And he's asked your relationship with Steve Bruce, which is obviously very good. What was it? Was it a dream to whip in balls to Emil Heskey on the regular?
It was great, you know, Big M.
I bloody love Big M.
Emil's been on many football socials. In fact, Emil Heskey was on the England-Colombia penalty shootout, and Chris Hamill actually jumped on him when England won the penalty shootout.
No, it was great. What a guy.
Great guy, isn't he?
Yeah, great guy. So it was a pleasure playing with him. And like I said, when I was putting balls on his head was like I said, my what I did best.
Bread and butter.
When you got someone like Heskey, Crouchy, it just makes you a better player.
Yeah, of course. So the best player you play with, is it Thierry Henry?
Yeah, Thierry Henry, Bergkamp, yeah.
Yeah, and the reason I asked it like that is because someone said, did Thierry Henry smell nice?
Well, I can actually confirm that he does.
Well done, Dave.
I can't remember the shower. I'm sure he did, yeah.
Adidas, Adidas cool water, was it?
It might be Lynx.
The smell of GCSE. Links. Everyone, you always had links, didn't you, in like 15, 16?
Links Africa, that was the smell of
Other
school.
deodorants are available. Right, next question, Ash.
So, we have to get to this. Real Zaragoza, have you got your Porsche back?
I never. Well, no, I haven't. No.
Why?
Because I kind of not sold it, but yeah, I sold it. Like it was a left-hand drive, so won't bring it back here anyway. But I never actually forgot it. I just left it for a while.
So you knew you were leaving it there?
Yeah, because I didn't have time to go back, and I made my my translator #, partner in crime night out. You know, bar. Where's the bar? Yeah, let's go.
Translator.
Yeah. But no, so he picked it up for me.
We should talk about that a bit because you played abroad. You played in Singapore, did you? You played in
Singapore,
India, Spain as well. Real Zaragoza, we just mentioned. So what was that like? Because you played a big part of your career in England, going abroad, different cultures. Was that tough? Was that enjoyable? How did you find the experience of moving and playing in different countries?
I didn't mind, you know, because I've moved around all over England. So I've, Liverpool, Birmingham, Stoke, been in London. So I've kind of been everywhere. So it wasn't really hard for me to, try different things, especially abroad. And, where I went was kind of, Singapore was brilliant. English speaking anyway. So, with the language barrier, it makes it a lot easier.
And La Liga, playing in La Liga? You touched upon it earlier, but compared to the Premier League?
Oh, it's for technical players.
Look at that hair.
Here we go. That's the good old days. I miss them days.
Was there anyone that we don't know about that you came up against in La Liga that you were like, this guy's an absolute baller? He might have gone on to have a big career, he might not have. But was there any player you were particularly impressed by out there? Get your scouting hat on, Jermaine.
Jesus,
look at these pictures, great.
So busy balling around.
Hey, where you get this footage from? This is brilliant. Look at the fans there, eh?
You're liking this, aren't you?
No, it was really a good time there.
Is this nerve-wracking? Because we see so many players when you're doing it in front of the fans. This is the first time they're seeing you in the Real Zaragoza.
Do you know what? It's a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
I know. A little bit nerve-wracking. You're thinking, don't drop it. Don't drop it.
We have seen players do that.
The video of Teo Hernandez who signed for Real Madrid last campaign, and he's done about 4 kick-ups and one's come down with snow on it. And then he's just caught it, hasn't he? Unbelievable. That was all right. Look, decent little show in there. Get in, get out.
Yeah, that's it.
We've got pictures on Jeremy Carl in Spain, Big Brother. Let's keep going before the second half is underway.
Just the style of football and like the standard of football in India and Singapore, what was it like?
Not great.
Really?
I'll be honest with you, not great. It's probably bottom end of League 2.
Really?
Wow.
At most. But like I said, it was more to end of my career and just an experience.
Yeah.
And the offer, helped.
Do you know what? I really respect how honest you've been with all these answers.
Fantastic. We went out to India. We did something with Goa.
Yeah.
And every team kind of has, its star player, and you're thinking you're getting paid handsomely to be out there. But I mean, what did you take away from it, like culturally, from India, from Singapore? Was it any little revelations out
Singapore, there? I didn't have an idea. Well, I thought it was like a third, world country. The name of Singapore. But when I got out, I was blown by. It's absolutely amazing. It's so modern. It's clean. It's there's no crime or anything like that. It's brilliant. India, like, they're passionate about football. The crowds, like, they was getting like 60 and 70,000 per game.
Oh, really?
What Indian side was it? Which
Pune.
Pune, sorry.
I tell you what, the heat though at night, the games, wow.
Really?
Really?
The humidity, yeah. It's like, oof, you go out there, warm up, you need a new kit. Everything was soaking. You'd walk, you get warm coming out your boots. It was like, it was so hard. But you know, you after a while, you get used to it. And, but that first week I was there, I was like, help.
Another one from Alex Valiero. Will Jermaine Pennant decide to be a manager?
Ooh. I don't know about that.
No?
It seems hard work. It seems hard work.
And I'll be back on the Football Social next season. We'll see you there, Jermaine.
I'll be a manager on my computer, but that's as far as I probably
Football
go.
manager,
Yeah,
yeah.
football manager.
Did you start a career with a football manager?
Do you know what I go with?
Big question.
No, yeah. I think Notts County or Notts Forest.
Yeah?
Yeah, I start low.
Like your roots?
Yeah, I
Nice.
start low.
Yeah.
First thing I do is buy me. First thing. If I'm not in the game, I put myself in. Edit. Get the edit tool.
Big fan. One from AU.
That's my favourite answer. Yeah, keep going. Love it.
One from AU. Who's the best youth player you played with that didn't fulfil their potential?
Oh, I like that.
Oh, David Noble at Arsenal.
Really?
He was, the closest thing to Dennis Bergkamp at the time.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, he had the... But yeah, we used to call him like Dennis.
Really?
But like, everyone who knows me now, if they see this now, they would vouch for it. So the youth team was David Noble.
What position did he play?
He played centre midfield, but he played centre midfield or Dennis's role, number 10 as well. He was.
And did it not work out then because of injuries? Was there another
Do you know
reason?
what?
External factors?
We do actually speak about it sometimes when the boys get together, because all of us Arsenal boys are in a group who play the youth team, so we always meet up all the time, and we speak about Nobes, and he wasn't really bothered about football.
Wow.
We got to a later stage and he was like, so he just wasn't really asked. And if you're not really bothered, then you're not gonna, go far.
Yeah, that natural talent then, and he just
Yeah, David Noble,
Motivated
without
by
a
the
shadow of a doubt, I think anyone that knows me would vouch for that as well. Or who knows him would vouch for that.
It's interesting. Do you remember Luis Garcia was on the show and we were talking about the players at Barcelona, and he said there was players that were better than Xavi at a young level, but just his desire and want combined with his obvious ability. Don't get us wrong, he said Xavi was a fantastic player, but he said that there were similar players that had unbelievable technical ability in Barcelona's youth system, but it's so much more than that when you're a youth team player. It's not just natural ability that can necessarily carry you through to pro level.
Yeah, it's your desire, it's your passion, it's you're eager and want to play and want to perform and want to do better. And there's players like these probably got more talent than half the players who actually have made it.
And the right manager as well, right? Look at Chelsea. All the stars that Chelsea are producing at the moment aren't getting a game. Xavi was going to leave Barcelona when he was 26. Then Pep Guardiola was like, no, please stay. I'm being promoted to the manager from the reserve side. So I guess you've got to have a bit of luck as well.
Yeah, no, that does come into it. It's a bit of luck as well. You need that. So I think without that luck as well, Nabe's probably just thought, I'm wasting my time. And being at Arsenal, it was a year above me. It was difficult to break into the Arsenal team because they were so good, and I think Arsenal didn't really believe too much in the youth setup then. Yeah. Obviously, further on in his career, that's when he started bringing in the young English players. But back then,
we had Steve Sidwell. And
he didn't really.
Like desperate for just one appearance, wasn't he? Never got it.
You didn't really see a lot of English players come through when I was here.
Wow.
There
you go, your beloved Arsenal, mate. And that was a time when they had some unbelievable players.
Well, I think that as time went on, we had to look to youth, didn't we? You know what I mean? Whereas at that time, it was he was almost he would look to the continent, wouldn't he? If he can go and get someone from France that he knows he can play for $500,000 or risk a kid, essentially. You know what I mean? So
good stuff.
Yeah.
Any last questions before the second half kicks away? Time for one more, Ash.
Loads more questions. Room Cobra, what was your favourite pre-match food?
Shout out.
Nando's, we just gone through this.
If I could, it would have been Nando's.
Top of mayonnaise.
I'd be running around. What's wrong with? I don't know. Peri chicken just wrong. That would have been pasta. You can't go wrong with pasta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carbon up before the game.
Yeah.
Right, good questions.
Nice.
That is all we've got time for because the second half is underway. Great questions. Thanks for getting them in. Enjoyed that, Jermaine. I feel like we learned a lot about your career there. Round of applause there. We can give you some match stats if you're just joining us on the stream. First half, this is how the first half went. A very, very good first half for Liverpool. The important stat is they leave 1-0, just one card apiece, both yellows in the first half. 7 attempts from Liverpool to Barcelona's 5 on target. 3-3. Barcelona did have a few chances on target, but Liverpool with the better of those chances. 4 corners apiece, and possession 45.6 for Liverpool, 54.4 for Barcelona. So stats make for quite a good reading there, Jermaine. We always see Barcelona with high stats.
Yeah.
Actually, compared to a lot of Barcelona games, that's quite high possession stats for Liverpool are going against Barcelona.
Yeah, no, well, we see how they came out. They came out, like a team possessed.
Yeah.
So they need to do that in the second half, and hopefully, again, Origi get an early goal. So if they do that, then, like I say, it's going to finish on a fantastic, 45 minutes.
Yeah, big second half underway, almost ready to go. And it looks like Wijnaldum's coming on. Hammer, what are your thoughts on this sub? Do you think this is? Looks like it's because of injury. Andy Robertson was limping towards the end of the second half. Do you think this is tactical or because of that injury? Because it's an interesting one, isn't it?
What do you think you do? Put James Milner at right back? Left back even?
Left back,
Left back,
Yeah, and Wijnaldum in central midfield. I think you've absolutely called it, Dave. I mean, going back to the stats, Liverpool aren't hell-bent on possession at all, this Jurgen Klopp side. 45% is a decent amount, but just there's a couple of chances from Messi that snuck past the post. I think Barcelona have produced high-quality chances, and that's what Barcelona have got to be particularly wary of. This Barcelona side does not take pot shots, is not taking shots from distance. I think the lion's share of them have come from inside Liverpool's box. And when you look at those stats, it should be the quality of chance rather than the volume of chances. And I think Barcelona probably edged the better of the chances in that first half. But like you said, let's hope Divock comes up with the goods.
Here we go, so we are underway. We're now on for Robertson.
Doesn't he?
That is the only sub.
I think Shaqiri's gone to the. Is he playing on the right still?
I think so, yeah. He needs to have a much better second
Although
half.
Mane wasn't that present, through a few threatening runs down the centre as well. Like that forward three, it looks like they've not played an awful lot of football together, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think the thing is though, like Mane did look a threat though, didn't he? So it's. Oh, is that another corner?
Yeah.
Virgil coming up.
Another corner, Liverpool. In the first minute of the second half, corner for Liverpool. Big chance. Can Van Dijk get on the end of this?
I mean,
Big time.
Wijnaldum's going to have to create more chances. Robertson coming off.
I missed the front man first.
I mean, we're not talking about like the lack of chance creation without Robertson, are we? That's a massive blow.
Yeah.
Corner for Liverpool, whipped in.
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh, hello.
Van Dijk. Oh!
He's definitely got on it, but it's not on his head.
Oh,
Yeah, should have thrown his head.
has to be better. Oh no. Oh, well done.
Henderson does well
Cleared
there.
by Liverpool.
Very well.
Yeah, Andy Robertson with loads of assists this season. Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold both having 11 assists in this season's Premier League. That, interestingly, equals the competition's record for a defender set by Andy Hinchcliffe in 94-95 and Leighton Baines 2010-11. That is how many assists they've both been brilliant this season. Also, Alisson, on the subject of records, has the Premier League's most clean sheets in his debut season, 20. That is one more than Edison.
Do you know who's third in the league this year?
For clean sheets.
Yeah.
Is it Pickford?
It is.
Jordan.
Considering how defensively suspect
It's been recently, hasn't it? They've kept loads of clean sheets at home, haven't they?
Taking out tickety boat at the moment. Come on then, Liverpool.
Jermaine, nice comment from you. Missed the weekend off. Jermaine, love your honesty. You should definitely do more punditry work. There you go.
Who's that from?
Mr. Weekend Off.
Mr. Weekend Off. Yeah. Cheers, mate. Appreciate that, pal.
Is that your translator?
Charles Law! Should we have got started with that, Charles?
I'll backhand you later.
Is that what you think you'll do going forward? More punditry stuff?
I'd love to.
Rather than coaching, managing, that sort of stuff?
Sky Sports. You watching?
It'd be great to have you back on, definitely, man.
Yeah, definitely go back on. Questions coming, flooding in. Ash, many excited Liverpool fans about the game. What is the first 10 minutes? I was just looking at your screen and it was, I gathered, very exciting Liverpool fans.
Do you know
Has it
what,
calmed down a bit now? What's the vibe?
It's calmed down. Everyone's happy. There's more questions coming in for Jermaine. After you answered the Nando's question, everyone wants to know more. Did you ever get nutmegged by Thierry Henry?
Who's that from?
Oh, 100%.
It is from
Well,
Stephen Downey. Sorry, Stephen.
100%. Over my time, then training sessions, 100%.
Did you want to as well? Like, go on.
Go on, Thierry.
Go on. Please.
FC Molden 99. How mad was Graham Stack?
Oh, absolutely not cake. Fruit cake.
Why? Tell us a story about him. Why? What did he
Clean
do?
story.
Yeah,
I've
please.
heard some of these stories.
Oh, it's cheap.
And that's the end of the Graham Stack question.
That'll be that. What time is it? Is it?
Biggest joker that you played with in your career, Graham Stack, would you say?
Yeah. Yeah, he was a funny guy, nuts, everything, you name it. A good footballer as well, actually, on the field.
Yeah.
When we used to play five-a-side, he would always be out.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
he was
really?
good. He was good at the, he would always come out when we were training.
Was he second choice keeper in the Invincibles season?
No.
That's
Was
Graham
he-
Taylor.
that
Was that Graham? No, not Graham Taylor.
Stuart Taylor.
Stuart Taylor.
Stuart
Stuart
Taylor, that's
Taylor.
it. Graham Taylor.
So do you have a
Fair play
Stacky
if you put a
story
ship
that
in a
is...
goal.
I'm going to have to, let me come back to
clean
me.
and
Come back to
yeah.
that. I'll try and think of a clean
I
one.
want to ask a question. What's the best comeback you've been a part of? If we're waiting for a massive comeback right now, can we take any inspiration from one of your anecdotes? No. And next question.
Actually, no, I was lucky enough never to get really, beat that bad. Apart from when I was in Spain and we played Barcelona and lost 6-1.
Go on.
Oh, Mane, chance. Mane could be in.
got a score.
Vital,
Good defending
vital
there.
tackle.
Very good defending.
Roberto nicks it behind.
He's such a threat,
And is it
Mane, man.
another
He's such a threat,
corner?
Mane.
Great first
Good
touch
touch
as well. Was
Great
the
first
expectation of Zaragoza
really good
just to
defending.
Done well there.
just to get battered?
I think
by the big
because
boys?
they got promoted, Zaragoza,
Right, okay.
so we were just about staying in the league. So we just managed to do that as well. But yeah, we played.
Come on, let's beat the first man.
Didn't Chris Coleman go out there? Zaragoza.
He did, didn't he?
If I remember correctly, yeah.
Mr. First Man.
That's
Better.
Oh, that's a better ball!
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. As soon as you miss the first man, look what's happening.
Dyke as well, Dave.
I'm tired. I think the thing is, on like a night like this, you need them half chances to go in, didn't you?
Look at everyone's in the 6-yard box. It's just
It's
packed
all over
right.
it.
Lovely little
It's
flick,
well
yeah.
touched.
To
Shot
say
off
that
it,
is
yeah.
dumb, man.
Hands are all over him.
Jermaine, over the course of these two games, we're only halfway through the second leg, but the amount of chances Liverpool have had in two games.
Oh, what a ball! Suarez!
Chance for
He's
Barca.
in!
Suarez!
Oh, Alisson!
Save that is.
And it's clear, but they've had so many chances,
So
haven't
many
they?
chances. And against a different team, all these chances are going in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Is it Barcelona's year? Is it Messi's year to say, look, I need to win this one more final time? Messi, you've not won enough, pal. 35 trophies, what a day,
A lot of
man.
trophies, isn't it?
Give someone else a go.
He was fuming.
God damn.
What was it, 2015 last time they won it?
Yeah.
I mean, for a player of his calibre to go for 4 years, he's absolutely seething, isn't he?
Sorry, Messi.
He's played well tonight. He's created loads of chances, hasn't he? Those lovely little passes.
Yeah.
That little
that's a
fight,
great ball, look.
just that final ball.
Yeah.
We've had, speaking of Lionel Messi, obviously 600th goal he scored against Liverpool, 599 and 600 because he scored 2 in that game. We've had this debate so many times on the football social, Messi or Ronaldo. Where do you stand?
It's Messi.
It's Messi for me.
Well
you
done,
know,
Jermaine.
not
Well
you,
done.
you know, it's not by a million miles or anything like that. It's no credit to full credit to Ronaldo. What a great player is, but Messi just pips it for me.
Yeah. I think we're all in agreement there, aren't we?
Yeah, even as a United fan,
Ooh,
Messi for me.
yeah.
Love Ronaldo, but that left foot's unbelievable. Question
And
from
breathe.
Dylan Clifton for you, Jermaine. Who is your best friend in your career?
My best friend. Well, I've got a few. Was close with Ashley.
Ashley Cole, yeah?
Yeah, since he's now been got a child and settled and all that.
That's him.
You know, I don't really see him. All day.
Did you,
Cheers, Ash, mate.
did you go out and see him in LA?
No, I didn't. I wasn't really allowed to go to LA at the time. So, Mrs. won't let me.
Jermaine, can I just say, you're welcome back on the show whenever you want to come on. This is gold.
No, but there's a group who like Paolo Vanazza, all the boys who were at Arsenal, like in Ashley's youth team, and some of my all in the group. So there's a good 10 of us that we've still, to this day, we've gone on holiday.
Really?
We still go out nights out, and you know that's from.
Go on, give
10,
us some
15
names in
years.
this group.
Stacky, Paolo Vanazza.
Yeah.
There's Danny Boateng, there'll be Andrew Douglas, Stuart Douglas, who's the physio at AFC Wimbledon. So there's a lot of us there. Anthony Gardner, ex-Spurs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gardner.
Played with Ledley King, didn't he? In that?
Yeah.
Question from Henry G. Do you think more English players should move abroad? You've seen obviously likes of Sancho, Reece Nelson go to Bundesliga and perform really well.
Go on, then.
Trent. Got to Roma and LA.
What a ball.
That's what I'm talking about.
We're witnessing that.
Come on. This is what I'm talking about.
Champions League history Punditry.
Hey, you never walk alone.
Jermaine Pennant, talk us through this ex-Liverpool man. This is a big moment in the game.
This sums up Liverpool all over. The amount of goals that they score through their full-backs, Robertson and Trent Arnold. This is what they're doing all season, getting the ball out wide. That's where their creativity is, getting the ball out wide and getting them balls in the box.
He's made that opportunity
look at this,
himself as well, Trent.
It's a brilliant
If he'd actually picked him out,
look at that. Fortune, bit of fortune.
That's what you want, isn't it?
A bit of fortune, which they've been deserved over these two
Should
ties.
that be saved, Chris?
Oh,
100%. Absolutely not.
Oh, it goes
Did he go
underneath
with
Ter
his feet?
Stegen.
Probably, but Ter Stegen, he's built up enough. He's built up enough.
Look at Jurgen Klopp. Look at the dugout going absolutely crazy. Anfield is rocking. It is Liverpool 2, Barcelona 0. The aggregate lead down to just 3-2. Are we witnessing one of the greatest comebacks in Champions League history? I can see in the comments it is going crazy.
Oh, it's
Ash,
going off.
what are people saying?
It's going
Talk
off.
to me, my
Everyone
friend.
is so excited. That is such a good goal. The way he kept that ball down as well. You see so many people come in and sky that over there, lean back and sky it.
That's a long comment, that one, isn't it?
Sorry, no, that's not me. So Mario, come on, Liverpool, Liverpool, Liverpool. Everyone's so happy. No Barcelona fans in the comments. It's all Liverpool fans going mad.
Well, we saw a similar chance, didn't we? James Milner had a chance like that in the first leg, and Gini Wijnaldum managed to keep that low and hard. And you could say that Ter Stegen should have saved that, but he's given himself every chance by doing so. And like I said, Ter Stegen.
Bosh. It's just that bloody Anfield. It's like
It's just bloody magic, isn't it, Dave?
pass.
We've got a Divock! Divock's Cruyff and everything now.
It's all going off, isn't it?
Oh, this is horrible.
This
Go on, James. Just put it in the box.
Oh, can you pick someone out?
Yes, he can.
Whipped in.
Jurgen Klopp's rubbed his magic lamp and a genie's come out.
Barcelona nil. 15 metres to the match. It is three. Liverpool are banging this. Surely.
I'm
sorry. Honest Liverpool trying
I got to go on social media.
social media. Wow. What are we watching? Let us know in the comments what you are thinking about this match, because
What an
I
assist
have
from
not
Robertson
seen a
getting
game
injured.
of football like this in a long
Every
time.
comment is, oh my God, I can't believe this. Oh my God.
This is a special night of football.
I am rattled. Look at that head. Yes, Sheridan Shaqiri steps up, man! Come on, the
Shaqiri.
Come on.
Wow, wow, wow.
I don't care. I'm going live. We're going live. We're going live.
Come and join us. Come on! Jermaine,
We're going live. This is amazing. You'll never walk alone. Walk on.
We're live on Sky, but it doesn't matter.
Liverpool.
Jermaine Pennant is live on his Instagram story. This is mid-show.
Come on, Liverpool.
Jermaine, what are people saying on your stream? Just
What are you saying? You never walk alone, Jermaine. Someone's going, hello.
Are we witnessing one of the greatest comebacks?
Come on, Liverpool. You're the fourth. This is brilliant.
Let's get a fourth.
This is brilliant.
This is mental.
This is brilliant.
Class.
Just they're everywhere.
It's going to be 5-0 Liverpool.
Go on.
What a ball.
Handball.
Wijnaldum capping off an absolutely fantastic season with a company-esque performance here.
Come on,
guys.
Barca.
Wow.
Oh, what a night, what a time to
Jermaine
go on
Pennant
the
is so
football show.
excited. He has just gone live on Instagram.
Go on, have a dig, Virgil!
Go on, if Vincent can, you can.
It's not there, big man.
Is it 3-0?
I said 3-0. Liverpool do it in extra time.
Oh my God, you did.
Dave Jackson called 3-0.
He did.
It might
That's
not
it.
happen,
Have
to be
it.
fair.
Bosh.
This
Ash, we've got to come get some comments coming. We're going to come to you very quickly after this attack.
Oh my gosh.
Pick someone out. That's poor. He's got to be better than that.
Honestly, everyone in the
Wow.
comments is absolutely losing.
Go on,
It's
give us
just-
loads of
it's
comments.
just-
I can
oh
see
my
it.
God.
Timeline is flooded. Don't forget, get in touch at SoccerM, at Football Daily. Use the hashtag #TheFootballSocial. Let us know what you're thinking. Liverpool
Mavin.
fans, non-Liverpool fans.
If you just joined the stream, make sure you subscribe.
Football,
Yes,
like the video,
David.
subscribe, tell your
Awesome
friends.
TV, you'll never walk alone. Mavin, let's go.
Tell your parents as
Cutie
well.
Pixie, best day ever. 3-0, 3-0. Someone's actually made a very good point. What if Barcelona didn't miss those chances in the first leg? That Dembele chance right at the end to make it 4-0.
I think it's even. It's out,
Evened itself out.
Liverpool should have scored 3 chances, so it's only fair.
Who's that? They're very glass half empty, aren't they? If they hadn't missed those chances in the new camp. Come
He's
on,
actually
mate.
called Blood Fam, so
You know.
might be troops.
Come on, Liverpool.
Wow, what a
People
game.
are alluding to the Roma game.
Yeah,
It's
I
just,
mean,
it's all going
shock
on.
horror. Messi needs to carry this very average Barcelona side again.
Oh, no,
bit cheap.
Touch.
I did say it, away from home, Barcelona, not the same team.
It's all
He made some great saves.
Salah's
Great save.
Well done.
Yeah, it's all down to Salah's
It's all down to the team. Get that merch
It's
live
interesting to
now.
pick up on Jermaine's point. He did mention at the start of the show, away from home Barcelona, and the stats do back that up. They've lost the away leg of their last 3 semi-finals and have managed only 2 away wins overall at this stage of the competition, drawing 2 and losing 10.
What?
So Barcelona away from home, they are a different team than they are at home. Is it what you said at the start of the show, Jermaine?
I mean, that Roma game will be looming over them now, won't it?
Yeah, all them games that they've lost away from home, the Paris Saint-Germain, conceding 4 away from home, it's all going to be looming in. And like I said, no, these Anfield, these Liverpool fans now are going to make it even more difficult for Barcelona.
Who's getting the Nando's in then when we go extra time?
Come on, the Marinades. 3 of Barcelona's 8 European Cup or Champions League semi-final defeats have come against English opponents with only 1 victory. That was on away goals against Chelsea in 2008-2009. We all remember that famous match, of course.
Disgrace.
Lionel Messi, they need a bit of Lionel Messi magic, of course. Let's not forget, if Barcelona do get 1, they will go through on the away goal. Liverpool then need 2. I think that is the match. Doing me right. I can't even think straight, Dave Jackson. Tell me about how you're feeling. Nelson Semedo is off. He's on, Philippe Coutinho.
I'm actually getting a lot of stick in the comments for supporting Liverpool.
Coutinho is going to be slotted, isn't he? Back at Anfield. He went to Barcelona to win the Champions League.
He was very, very quiet.
He's just been substituted. Thoughts on his performance?
It's not the best, but I don't think any Barca's played well. I don't think any Barca players played well.
Coutinho had to go. I mean,
just in the third goal, who was marking Wijnaldum? He had so much space and time in the Barcelona box.
Valverde does like this substitution, bringing Nelson Semedo on, who's just like so athletic. He's so good, but that would suggest they are just going to play counter-attacking football and hope to pinch that goal. That's him trying to solidify this Barcelona side, which is good for Liverpool.
Yeah.
It just means a little bit more room in midfield, a little less threat on the counter.
Are you surprised he hasn't brought Dembele on?
I don't know.
Dembele,
That's like for like. Coutinho for Dembele.
Bit
You
of a
think in
mixed
the front
relationship,
three.
yeah, but Dembele's, I mean, just as expansive as Coutinho. I mean, if you're looking to solidify the defence down that wing.
No, of course.
If you think back to right at the end of the game last week when he had that chance, Dembele, he should have scored that.
Liverpool fans
Exactly. How critical are them chances that Liverpool missed now?
Yeah, Liverpool fans will argue that they had a lot of chances.
They could have got 1 away goal last week.
They could have been sitting here.
They should have.
It's in for Liverpool.
Liverpool deserve to be in this
Wijnaldum
position.
again.
That first leg showing was not a 3-0.
Yeah, agreed. Can I just press this?
Smelled delightful, by the way, Jermaine. Let's go. Bloody hell, mate. I rock up after 8 hours at work and you're smelling like that. Give me a bit of spray before we go live. Bloody hell.
Well, Ash, come on, mate. What are they saying? Are they saying to subscribe to Football Daily and Eurofootball Daily? I mean, that's what they're saying in the comments.
In particular, Eurofootball Daily, potentially the home of Champions League football. Maybe not.
We've got a good
Mics
price
fell out,
boost to give you.
fell out.
While your mic is put in your
It's all
pocket, we've got
going
there it is. Wijnaldum to score a hat-trick. It was 16-1. It is now 18-1. Don't forget, Wijnaldum's already scored 2. Divock Origi after 7. Wijnaldum after 54. Wijnaldum after 56. 18-1, Jermaine. You can get on Wijnaldum to score a hat-trick. You must be 18 plus. Full terms and conditions apply. As we go back to the game, Dave,
free kick.
What happened there?
Yes, Vidal was handballed the ball. Liverpool have a free kick on the outside
dangerous
of the
position.
right. Yeah, this is a bit dangerous position. Swing the ball
This
in.
could be.
Virgil's coming up for this one, mate.
This
What's
could
this?
be time for Shaqiri.
He's already put it on it.
Oh, Trent's taking over.
At Anfield, everyone is on their feet.
That cop is absolutely bouncing.
Klopp's bouncing, Klopp's bouncing.
I'm bouncing.
Literally bouncing.
Similar position to the Newcastle one, wasn't it? When Origi
Here we go. Let's go with this.
Here we go.
And Shaqiri whipped in by Trent.
I think I'd rather Shaqiri.
I don't think I can take this more, to be honest. I'm not even a Liverpool fan. This is.
Look at the body language that we've just
Yeah,
the Barcelona fans. It is silence in your way in.
They don't know what's
We just saw Rakitic. We just saw Messi's face. They don't know what's happening.
They don't know what's hit him. Like the players, the fans, they don't know what's hit him. And it's just fantastic. This is what Champions League's all about.
Yeah.
And it just so, like I said, this 12th man of Anfield proof's in the pudding.
This is one of our biggest viewed. There's loads of you joining the stream, so get your questions into Jermaine Pennant. There's loads of ways you can get in touch at Soccer AM, at Football Daily. Use the hashtag #TheFootballSocial. Record numbers on the Football Social tonight. Get in touch right now and let us know what you're thinking. Can Liverpool well, they've already overturned it. Can they go on to win this? And if so, does that make them huge favourites to win the Champions League? You'd have to say, Jermaine,
100%.
going into the final. If they win this game, they'd be favourites.
If you're coming and you're beating Barcelona 3-0 down, Barcelona, Messi, Suarez and co, then your odds on to win it, without a shadow of a doubt.
I mean, no, you can't dismiss this Ajax side, but I'm sure Ajax would much rather play this quite pedestrian Barcelona side.
You also can't dismiss Spurs yet, Hamill. They're still in the tie.
I want to just sure. I just bloody did.
It is 1-0.
Record numbers. I want to announce it for the record numbers that Spurs are toast.
I said, well, he's holding him.
Having said that, though, Spurs fans must look at the Spurs players. If Liverpool can overturn a 3-goal deficit to Barcelona, you've got to be looking at that going, it's 1-0.
Son back is a huge plus. Like, don't get me wrong, I'd love to see Spurs. I mean, Spurs-Liverpool final would be so much fun. But,
would it be unbelievable if it's a Tottenham-Liverpool final? It's a long way from that. Now, I don't know who David...
It'd be absolutely horrible.
You're a Liverpool fan now. You're fine with it.
I'm any British team but Spurs, to be honest with you, man.
I'll tell you what, it'll be a great compliment to English football if you get Chelsea and Arsenal in the final, Tottenham and Liverpool.
And it still could happen.
It's possible.
Let's get to your questions. Let's take a lot of them. Let's take a lot of what the comments. Let's take statements. What are people saying, Ash? Because we are witnessing an incredible football match, and we were just watching Steven Gerrard in the stands as well. What are people saying, mate?
Honestly, everyone is so pumped up for this game and so happy for Liverpool. There's not many Barcelona fans. Question, do you think Salah and Firmino would have made a difference in this match? Does it matter?
Oh, ref!
Play him!
Tell you what. Come on.
Shoot.
Slip him.
Oh, Genie. We'll forgive him.
We'll forgive him.
Chris, what was your comment when Genie scored?
That was a
I think
chance.
it was missed in the...
This is what I don't like. When he turns and look at this.
No, John Stifford.
Messi!
Oh,
he's
God,
yellow
this
at
is
least.
what I don't like.
Unbelievable maze up for Lionel Messi.
Free kick.
John Matip gets a booking for bringing down Messi on the edge of the box.
John Stiff will clip it out, mate. It's all good.
I hope so.
Look at this. When he runs it,
Look at this maze up. So even when... he knows what he's doing there, doesn't he?
I feel like he's going to give that away and take yellow. You've got to whack him.
Top bins last game.
Yeah.
What do you do, though? Do you take the free kick there or let him run through? I just curl up into the fetus position.
So it's a free kick to Barcelona. We all know
Messi
what
range.
happened from this distance in the first leg.
Oh, God, it's almost
my
identical.
God.
Isn't it?
It is almost identical. Look at the body language. Dave's not even a Liverpool fan. He's sweating. I don't know if it's the jumper or the drama.
Oh, put a man on the post. Hang a man off the crossbar.
Alisson is firming up this ball. Surely, Jermaine Pennant, we will not see a repeat of this unbelievable free kick.
I hope not, but it's like, it's Messi. It's not...
It's
not Jordan Henderson you're saying there, isn't it?
I mean, it's a long way out, isn't it?
It's a tiny bit further out.
If this goes in...
Almost reminiscent of yours in the FD versus FD derby, Smither.
Yeah, I did score quite a nice goal in that game.
If this goes in, am I allowed to leave the studio?
Come on.
You're allowed to tell the Graham Taylor
Yes!
story.
No! Oh,
Still
Jesus! Help!
It's the quickest yes-no I've seen. It reminds me of the yes-no game. You'd have been out in second if you were playing that game. Lionel Messi against the wall.
Get whacked
I thought he was going to fall through the PK.
Once again, the
Souness have been
fucking
loving that. Get whacked in the face more.
Once again, the body language.
Cream over that.
It's a corner for Liverpool, Chris Hamill.
Yes, mate, it is.
Oh, wow.
No, it's a corner for Barcelona.
Barcelona, sorry.
Yeah. Got the
gone
wrong end.
short.
What you've done there is, mate, you've got the wrong team.
Taylor's played really well for Liverpool. Fabinho.
I knew that was coming.
Messi!
With,
I knew it was coming.
Messi's still got one or two big chances left in him, hasn't
so
he?
obvious.
He's gonna have the final say or the final chance.
Who's this gone to?
Big chance for Barcelona. It's a good save from Alisson. We mentioned it earlier, record clean sheets in the Premier League. Big signing for Liverpool. And he keeps out Lionel Messi to keep the scoreline at 3-0, to keep the aggregate score at 3-3. And it's another corner for Barcelona. Looks like this won't be taken short. It's going to be whipped straight in. Here it goes.
Should be Liverpool's bread and butter.
Oh, God.
Get out.
I don't want to be reactionary, but this could have a big say on whether Valverde's there next season once more. Going out in a similar manner, at a similar stage, having Messi in his twilight years, not quite twilight yet, but this would be a massive blow for his his case to be there for the short to medium term.
I feel like Liverpool are going to start to get a bit tired now. They've worked so hard.
They did give everything.
Here we go.
They did give everything.
Pressed and pressed and
We're
pressed.
in,
All game,
Jermaine.
Liverpool.
Go on, Genie. Oh my God. He's turning. He's turned into Clarence Seedorf.
Talking about Gigi Wijnaldum, 122 seconds between Wijnaldum's 2 goals. He is the first substitute to score twice in a Champions League match for Liverpool since Ryan Babel against Besiktas in 2007. Also, the first ever sub to score twice against Barcelona in the competition. That is the game that he is having. He's having the game of his life. But it's not just him, Jermaine. It's hard to pick one player out because Liverpool, man to man, have been phenomenal tonight.
The old team's been great, you know, from the first whistle, the first half to the second, and the second they've been fantastic. The pressing, giving Barcelona no time on the ball, trying to contain Messi best they can. You know, but it keeps on getting a little bit of joy that I'm not quite happy about.
Just in between the midfield and defence as well, because you couldn't say that Matip or Van Dijk have been caught, you know, out of position like they were time and time again in the Nou Camp. But Fabinho's just got to keep one eye on him, hasn't he? He's also got a few of them.
69 minutes on the clock, of course. It will go to extra time if the scores stay like this. The only scoreline that can result in extra time due to the away goal rule, of course. If Barcelona do score one more, Liverpool need 2 because of the away goal ruling.
You might as well sleep here if it's extra time.
Yeah.
Might as well, yeah.
Just ball up to work tomorrow morning. Right. Come on then.
Chance.
Come on then, Liverpool.
Question
Lovely
from
ball.
Spider QT.
Go on, Ash.
Did anyone on the panel think Liverpool would actually do this
Yes,
and have
I called
Barcelona?
it.
I think Dave, actually, you were the only one that called it. This.
Told you.
No one did they? You were the only one.
Come on.
As a Liverpool fan, like, I believed, but I didn't think it was possible.
No.
You know, especially with Salah and Firmino out as well. I thought it was going to be a...
The one thing we all said at the start of the show was that if there's any venue or team, Liverpool at Anfield in Champions League nights, you always feel there's that special, surreal, unique, iconic moment.
You
that
always
might
believe that Barcelona will score. That's the thing. But
If this was a more competent Barcelona, they'd be out of it. This is a Barcelona that's been so dependent on Messi. So it's not like this isn't a vintage Barcelona side. So it's not. I didn't expect them to get beat 3-0 away, more so than winning 3-0 at home.
Trent.
What a pass that is. Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Open a tin of beans for that right.
A bow for that pass.
Come on, you can shoot from anywhere now. You can do what you want.
Trent's right foot's just
His
bloody
technique is so good.
Get that in front of a fire. Oh, mate.
Do you think the players will be nervous now? Or is it like...
No, I think they've got the tails up. The tails are up. You know, they want this game to finish. It's Barcelona who are nervous now. But,
out of the players you played with, who was good when you could tell the team was a bit nervous? Who was good at picking everyone up and kind of being that leader? Apart from Gerrard, obviously.
What I was about to say, yeah.
Gerrard,
even Carragher.
Oh, really?
You know, he was a second captain.
Yeah.
He was like having 2 captains on the pitch with Carragher and Gerrard.
Yeah.
So, yeah, great.
Who's the more demanding out of them? Who'd moan the more?
Surely Carragher.
Or moan the most, Stevie?
Nah, it's a tough one. That's a very good question.
Thank you. Try my best.
71 minutes on the
it's got to
clock.
be Cara, surely.
He liked to moan up, yeah.
Carragher or Bellamy? Who was worse? Bellamy must have loved him.
Yeah, but if
He
Bellingham
looked
is
like
moaning, surely you're a bit like, oh, calm down, Craig. Like,
Fellas, he didn't moan, he just argued. He wasn't a moan, it was just having an argument.
good player, though, man.
Oh,
Really
great
good
player.
What actually happened with him and John Henrisa?
I would just say a little tear up.
Just the golf, the
In
golf
training,
club, yeah.
or was it like a bar?
Oh, dodgy back
No,
pass.
it was his hotel room, wasn't
Was it
it?
in the hotel room?
Corner for
Actually
Barcelona.
had a fight. or
Ballard just went to
Was
his
it
room,
offside?
knocked on
Is it
his door,
offside?
he opened it, got the coffee, have that 7 iron.
So what was that?
It's in Craig Bellamy's autobiography, so it's not like a secret.
tells it.
Yeah, it's not, well, he tells you, he knocked on his door basically. He had a little row up, he had a little day off. It was one more of training for the Champions League final. It was in Portugal. And Risa was getting a bit leery to Bellamy, so Bellamy let it slide. And obviously when we got back to the hotel, it must have been playing on his mind. So Bellamy was sharing with Steve Finnan at the time. And I can remember Finnan say he woke up like, what are you doing, Craig? And he went in his golf bag, got his 7 iron out, walked out the room. So Finnan thought, where's he going? To the range? It's sort of 2 in the morning. So he knocks on Bellamy's, Reese's room, opens the door. He's got the 7-9. And Belly went, "What are you saying now?" And Reese saw the 7-9, thinking, "Oh, that goes far." So he's got nothing, Craig. And then that's when he took a few swipes.
Yeah, it was just like nicking at him, wasn't he? That's why he did the celebration at the new camp.
Nicked him, but then it was a few full swings. Well, I don't know about a nick, because the bruise didn't say a nick to me.
Oh, decent.
It was purple.
Well, go on, Jordan.
You might have underplayed that then, the contact that was made.
Is there a lot of fights in training, or is it?
There is a lot of fights in training, yeah, but obviously you don't hear about them. It's just, it will stay in the training ground as well. Yeah. And you walk off training ground and
it's fine.
It'll be fine. Next day, see your mates again, and you're going to work from one another and whatnot. And if you score, you'll still be celebrating. Hey, criminal, that punch you get me. Yeah! Woo! Come on, good goal.
Arthur on for Vidal, interestingly, sub for Barcelona.
Unless you're Jerry Barton. That Osman Dabo thing didn't go down very well, did it?
No.
I mean, they could use a player like Arthur. Well, they could have used. I'm surprised Arthur didn't start. He exerts a lot of control.
Didn't start the first leg either, no.
A lot of poise in midfield. I mean, I guess Vidal was probably seen as the more defensively minded option. Puts himself about a little bit more. But yeah, maybe it'll have a positive effect the last 15-20 because he is that good. Since arriving from Gremio, he's been absolutely class.
To be fair, I thought that Vidal had a good game first leg, because that's maybe why he started.
Yeah.
So maybe thought, Obviously, he hasn't really worked out.
Yeah, exactly the same team Barcelona went with for both legs. Liverpool 4 changes, but same team Barcelona have stuck with for both legs.
Well, I thought Arthur was great against Spurs at Wembley.
Go on.
The whole Barcelona.
Oh, he's yellow. It's yellow.
His pace is great, isn't it? Mayonnaise.
Another yellow card. Let's not forget as well, we looked at the turnarounds from teams in the Champions League. That was at knockout stages, but Liverpool,
So strong.
if they overturn this, looking to become only the 3rd team in the history of the European Cup or Champions League. So not just since it's the Champions League, European Cup or Champions League, to come from 3 goals down after the first leg, specifically of a semi-final, and progress to the final after Panathinaikos in 1970-71 and Barcelona in 85-86. So this will be a landmark achievement if Liverpool can turn this round. And as many of the panel said as well, they probably go into the final as favourites. So huge 15 minutes left. Virgil van Dijk. Is he going to have a shot? He's seen Vincent Kompany, isn't he, last night?
He definitely watched last night, didn't he?
Trent Alexander-Arnold, sorry. While we've got a gap in play, do you think Liverpool would have been aware of last night's game? Either they were watching it or they certainly knew the result. That would have been such a tough game for them to take. Do you think that's worked in their favour tonight? Because, in a way, they've come out absolutely flying and thinking, this is our chance to silverware.
I guess it can play a part, but, Man City still got to go to Brighton. I know it's no disrespect to Brighton, the chance of getting a result is very, very slim. So I guess, they know the league could be out of our hands now. And let's literally go gun-ho out of this and see what happens. And absolutely fantastic viewing at the minute.
Suarez just peeled off. Oh, well done.
Well played,
Well done.
Trent's been great.
Shaqiri.
Divock.
Origi down, not given.
He's not played many 90 minutes. He could be getting a little bit of fatigue kicking in now.
Firmino, you get a little one-touch pass there as well, don't you, Divock?
Yeah.
Can't knock him though. He started this comeback, didn't he?
He did.
Fair play to the big man.
Jordan's putting himself about a bit, isn't he?
Yeah.
Nibbles.
Question.
Wow, and breathe. 77 minutes on the clock. Ash, let's go to social corner.
Yep.
Just let this chance go.
I feel like Barca got at least 1-2 big chances.
You think?
That's the thing.
Does anyone want Barcelona to score here?
Absolutely.
Fair play.
Let's on that note, we all said our predictions beforehand. Only Dave said 3-0.
I'm not being funny.
But from now on, who do people think will be? Which name do you think will be in the hat out of Liverpool and Barcelona? Let's go around the panel. Chris, who do you think will win this football match and progress?
I mean, predicting a game like this feels a little bit reductive at the moment, doesn't it? I feel like Messi is going to have the biggest chance before the game finishes.
You think?
Yeah, so he might send Barcelona through 3-1.
Okay, Jermaine, how do you see it? Tough one to answer.
It's a tough one, and I'm going with Liverpool.
I think the way that they're playing, I can see Liverpool creating more than Barcelona. I think it's Advantage Liverpool now as they have a corner. Dave?
I said Liverpool before the game. Mate.
Stick with it.
Stick with it.
Ash? Man United fan, Ash, don't forget.
This is tough, but I think. Oh! Oh my God!
What a corner! This is
real! Comments, what are you saying? Is this the greatest Liverpool in Champions League history? Divock for Liverpool 4, Barcelona 3 on aggregate. Jermaine Pennant, say something.
What can I say? This is amazing. Oh, thank you for getting me on this show. Wow.
There'll be a lot of clips of you on the social media.
This is brilliant.
Look at that quick
Talk us through this quick bit of play from Trent
Bang!
Alexander-Arnold.
You know what? It's great.
That is unbelievable.
From Trent.
What a finish!
Look at this. No one's watching. The ball's gone out of play. No one is taking it. He looks to go short.
That's brilliant. That's
What
great
a
from
pass.
Trent.
Fantastic.
You know, young shoulders, thinking, let someone get
Look
on
at Ter
there.
Stegen, he's clapping,
He's showing it. Brilliant.
And also, let's have a look at the finish. It's an amazing finish. A lot of people will say 6 yards out, but that is a bobbling ball that he's hitting on the first time.
We've been sleeping on Divock this whole time. 20 goal a season striker. Who knew it?
Unbelievable!
Hey, I'm having a night out.
Wait, can we call the translator? Let's go, brother.
Bandito, where are you?
Brixton Nando's is open until 11, guys.
Come on.
There's going to be a lot of clips of Jermaine Pennant celebrating Liverpool fans all over our social. No, Jack John behind the scenes is getting them up right now.
Brilliant.
But it's still the same scenario for Barcelona.
One goal and they're through.
One goal.
That's very true.
The old cliche.
Close-up shot. No, go on.
This is the amazing thing about the Champions League, the away goal rule. Liverpool are through. We cannot have extra time now. Don't forget, we cannot have extra time due to the away goal rule. In 10 minutes, if it stays like this, Liverpool Football Club are in the Champions League final. If Barca get one goal, Barcelona are through. That is the margins we are taking out.
The WhatsApp group's gone absolutely.
Wow.
Fraser's watching.
Come on, Liverpool.
We spoke about Lionel Messi earlier, Chris, as well. This was at 77-minute mark, so 3 minutes ago. Barcelona had 8 attempts. Lionel Messi created 3 and attempted 5. So all 8 of Barcelona's shots in this match, Lionel Messi has been involved in. We feel like if Barcelona are going to have anything to say in this match, it will come from the little magician himself.
He's been involved in 50% of their goals this season, whether that's a direct goal.
Jordan, he's been everywhere. Possessed. He's got a proper shift in today, Henderson.
He really has.
He's a man after Dave's heart right now, isn't he?
Dave loves that sort of
Give the heart.
midfield,
Give the
doesn't
heart.
he? Take him Arsenal,
I
mate.
can't believe what I'm witnessing.
Liverpool.
This is
wow.
what this is.
Wow.
Foul! No, don't foul him. Well done.
Where were you? Where were you the night that when Jermaine Pennant announced just how much Peronaise he ate with his Nando's? That's what they'll be saying after this.
3 tubs.
Yeah.
Actually, it really isn't the story of the night, is it?
Sorry, mate.
Back post.
Go.
Back post.
Good cross. Good cross. Good cross.
Shaqiri.
Great cross.
This is mad.
Take time.
Composure.
Divock, teach me. Teach me, Divock.
Mind-blowing.
He's turned into.
Oh my word!
Take it on yourself, Divock. Good lad.
Shaqiri.
Go to that corner,
That
Shaqiri.
was unbelievable by Wijnaldum.
Van Welden, what's his name? Van Welden.
Absolutely incredible viewing.
Alexander-Arnold.
Doesn't he? It's another corner for Liverpool.
Completely bloody aghast.
Look at the Anfield crowd going absolutely crazy.
What a night.
Barcelona, the body language of the Barcelona players, they do not know what's hit them.
His hand's up there. It's not a natural position, is it?
Wow,
Free
it's a
kick.
handball that's been given.
Oh, here we go.
Trent Alexander-Arnold on the edge of the box.
You don't commit men here, though, do you? Just put Divock in there. Prime R9. Wait. Oh, he's not coming off.
Trent Alexander-Arnold standing there. Can we just
They just have to zoom in on
just
him.
say that Trent Alexander-Arnold's had 14 assists in all competitions this season. For a player at his age, that is absolutely... and the position he plays, and that's
I was about to say
phenomenal.
that. You spot on. From a fullback as well, there's not many number 10s getting that many assists.
Yeah, I'd say you'd be happy with that as a winger. 14
be all right
assists.
with
Unbelievable.
I'll take it now.
The average position this season of the fullbacks at Liverpool has been higher than that midfield three, and that's what you get when you play a really solid midfield three at Liverpool. I mean, it's vital that they have to contribute and have to have brilliant service, and they've got 2 technicians. But that midfield three, like Jordan Henderson, he's only there. Trent Alexander-Arnold because of the running that Henderson does.
It's good from Origi. Sorry,
God.
watch Origi. He's looking at Trent the whole time.
Yeah.
He actually gives the first ball back as well.
You
see him knock the first ball back off the pitch.
Look at it from Liverpool's perspective, then. We've got to look at that from Barcelona's perspective. If you're a Barcelona fan, looking at their marking for that corner and just how they've approached this game, with a team of all that quality, 4-0 down.
And the substitutions have made them look even more ragged.
Yeah. I agree.
Well, Origi looks like he's going to have
Of
to
course he is, mate. He's thinking, I've done my bit now.
Divock Origi is down.
I'd keep him on the pitch.
Substitution.
Put him in a 6-yard box, lie him there. His presence has got them absolutely rattled.
And the amount of flags and the amount of scarves, particularly, that are being waved in the air from the Anfield faithful.
Love the
as
scarf.
Origi gets set.
Smithy, what do you think?
Let's not forget.
Half and half scarf, Smithy.
I'm not a fan of half and half scarves, Chris. Just going to put it out there.
Good to see them.
And there's the away end.
fuming.
Barcelona absolutely devastated.
Look at that hat. Get it off.
Luis Suarez.
I'll tell you something about him. He scores. He's
Come
gonna
back
go
in
mental.
calmer.
I think he will. He'll definitely celebrate if he scores now.
Oh, yeah, he's right.
Would Luis Suarez celebrate
100%.
if he scored a goal now?
Is he coming off?
He said he wouldn't.
He'd go straight down the tunnel, wouldn't he? I mean,
Is it sub for...
that's it, Divock.
He's-
Take your time, boy.
Well done.
Jermaine Pennant is standing to applause his performance from Divock Origi. As is every single Liverpool fan in Anfield right now. A
been fantastic.
monumental performance from this man right here. And he is applauded. Total attempts 2, on target 2,
That is
goals
prolific. That's what you want from your striker.
Stick
2 in
this.
2.
2 in 2.
Hey, this Christmas, the DVD special, Gerrard against Olympiacos, Origi versus Barcelona.
it.
Rolls off the tongue.
Come on,
Joe
Shaqiri.
Gomez is on.
Back post.
Origi's
Virgil
on.
van Dijk. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
Keep
no.
it there. Keep it. Oh,
Alexander-Arnold whips it in.
Van Dijk.
Oh.
Oh, it's a foul. Have a dig. Milner. 2 over here.
Shaqiri.
What's he doing?
Oh, you little
that?
man. I know you're only small, but still.
He's got the target at least.
Yes,
I didn't think he was onside.
Oh,
Is that
my.
Virgil?
Shaqiri, mixed bag for him, isn't it? Mixed bag.
What do you do as Liverpool? Do you now try and sit back?
I don't
and
know.
hold this?
Do you know what? Yeah, I think
I don't know.
That's why I'm on here.
You can't sit back. You can't sit back.
Yeah,
That's the thing,
oh.
because if you invite that pressure and you give Messi that time,
Well,
you
he's just
can
brought-
pick a lot.
He's
Yeah.
put Joe Gomez on, hasn't he? For
Try and
Divock. So
It's another injury for
you'd
Liverpool, by the way.
imagine.
Virgil van Dijk is down. Just to clarify, for Liverpool fans watching, they can relax. Virgil van Dijk is going to carry on because that would be a huge blow. If Virgil van Dijk's gone off after the season. He's a
It's
PFA
also-
Player of the Year, of course.
Yeah. It was also quite smart game management there. It's clearly not that badly hurt. Let me just take this thing
Yeah.
out a little bit.
Calm it
You know,
down, slow it down.
It's fantastic.
Jermaine, you've played in a Champions League final. We've seen Liverpool team win a Champions League final from 3-0 down. Liverpool won all the trophies in their, obviously, career, in their famous history. I'm not saying this is the greatest night in their history by any stretch of imagination, but it's been a phenomenal performance. Where does this rank for you as great nights at Anfield? Because it has to be.
Don't
there.
jinx it yet, boys.
I don't
Come
want
on.
to
If it
jinx
stays
you
like
know.
this, of course.
You know, I'm not jinxing, but it's like I say, it's up for the Istanbul.
It's up there with Istanbul
it's up
for
there
you.
with Istanbul, yeah. You know,
So annoying they keep
Barcelona.
doing this, isn't it?
It's brilliant.
And for the
It's brilliant.
fans in this stadium to have a ticket.
This competition.
Oh, my
As they
God.
say, if you don't buy a ticket, you don't win the raffle, Jermaine.
100%. I guarantee you now. I guarantee you now. These tickets go on eBay.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, if they went on eBay now knowing what was going to
Yeah,
happen,
yeah.
wow. We are into the last 3 minutes
Oh,
of
no.
normal time.
Out
4-0
for them.
Liverpool lead
No, it wasn't
against
Albert.
Barcelona.
Just clear it. Just clear it, Trent.
If it stays like this, Liverpool
clear it
are
now.
in a Champions League final.
It's going to be at least 5 minutes out of time.
Oh, yeah.
If Barca score, they are through. They are the margins we are working with. Actually, we're coming to you very shortly. I can see the laptop is going crazy. Loads of you joining us on the stream. We're going to get some questions and some comments. Probably more comments than questions.
all comments,
What people
mate,
saying.
You-
After this-
I love that. You don't mind that. You don't mind that putting the ball in the box.
Everyone who's comments as well has to subscribe, right?
Yeah.
Come on,
Subscribe to
let's
Football
get-
Daily.
Let's get some
Go,
comments. We'll all be
Doesn't
quiet
go
for a bit.
My
Let's
favourite
go and
one
reel
is
them out.
from Megatron. I think Messi took a picture with Drake That's a nice one.
This bores me, this Drake thing.
Come on, you Reds. Messi, 1 goal, please.
Go on, slide in.
Di Martinez, Liverpool to win it 5-0. Honestly, it's all Liverpool fans.
5 minutes.
Couple of Pat MVB, come on, Barca. Ali
foul.
No, don't.
Big Virgil! Big Virgil there! It's like Terminator. I'll be back.
I wonder if those, a little highlight reel will do the rounds on Twitter like it did when Messi pulled him apart at the Nou Camp. Because people were very, very critical.
Yeah, very, very good point, Chris Hamill. Virgil van Dijk's had the game of his life.
This is where this guy's dangerous. Look, these little balls.
Oh, God.
Look,
Messi.
Look.
Suarez.
Oh, no.
Chance for Barcelona. He's whipped him.
That's what we want.
It's cleared.
Jimbo Slice, clear that.
Chris, Ash is absolutely fuming at this game. He's absolutely
It's worth pointing out, Ash, who's on social, the person that we are asking you to get comments into, is a Man United fan living at this result. Let us know, Liverpool fans' thoughts on that. Ash, let's go straight to you in the comment section.
The only thing he has to hold on to this season is other people's misery. It's pathetic.
Correct. Joe Tomlinson, Football Daily man. This season could not be going any worse, lads. And that sums up how I feel as a United fan. But
Joe
congratulations.
Gomez need to be aware. Come on, open up, son. Open your eyes.
well done. Smart
Can't
play.
watch anymore.
He's been fantastic, Fabinho.
As a fan who has an interest in this, because my team is still in this game, in this competition, as in we might play the winner of this.
Yeah.
And I don't really know who I'd rather play out of Liverpool and Barcelona, but it's regardless of all that, as a fan of football, no matter who you support, you've got to just take your hat off and go, this is a phenomenal performance.
I agree. This is unbelievable.
Hook me up to this.
And all of my
the rest of my
negativity
life.
comes from jealousy as well. I wish I could watch my team do this.
Absolute credit where it's deserved, because Liverpool have been phenomenal. And Shaqiri, he's got massive thighs and he's walking off with those thighs right now. Passes completed 28, actually 65%, 10.51 kilometres. He hugs Jurgen Klopp. The embrace has never been stronger. Personally, I hate it when people do that. It always hurts my back. But I'm weaker than Shaqiri. He comes off. Daniel Sturridge comes on. It is 2 minutes to go. There's not 2 minutes to go. Sorry, there's 5 minutes. What am I seeing here? 5 minutes, Jermaine Pennant. Can Liverpool hold on for a famous Champions League
I'm not
victory?
watching.
He's not watching. Taxi! Pennant!
Come on, Liverpool.
Ash, come on, let's go back to the statements. Get your questions in.
Marshall D, is this a bigger comeback than Barca's 6-1 against PSG?
Oh, massive. That's a great comeback.
No. Just because of the nature, like the goals came later, didn't they?
Yeah. Goals in
PSG. And that was just Neymar, the night that Neymar just
However,
put himself in contention for the Ballon d'Or, and then he moved to PSG, and then he.
I would say this is a better performance.
I'll throw a curveball in that, because I think this is a harder to beat Barcelona than to beat that PSG team. I think there's a harder achievement.
I'm not sure.
Do you not think?
I actually think this Barcelona side,
that PSG team
take Messi out of it, and it's.
Go on! Put him in!
Oh my God. It's much more dependent on Messi this time around, because they had. Over! Jordan, let that go!
Oh, man!
Is it 5?
It has to go in. It's offside.
He's offside.
I was going to say
that was cash from Champions League final.
Oh, that puts the game to bed. That would have put the game to bed.
Jordan should have dummied this. Whoever's behind
my
him
gosh.
should have shouted, "You get out of the way now." Watch this ball come back. Over.
Oh, it's a bit slow, isn't it? But yeah.
Ash, back to you. Let's get more of your statements on social media.
Luke
Flood in the comments.
They don't need Salah, and you forget Salah and Firmino aren't even playing in this game.
Incredible.
They won 4-0.
The team ethic at Liverpool is
unreal.
What a ball.
They've worked so hard, Liverpool.
Jordi Alba, get away, you
Oh,
little
what ball?
Oh my God, if PK scores something stupid like that.
I thought he was going to give a penalty there.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
PK's up
This
top.
is what you call dying for the cause.
Big fan of Alba. I just called him a rat. Things are getting a little bit personal, aren't they? Dying embers of the game. Didn't mean that at all. Oh no, yeah.
That's it.
Long ball forward.
Man down.
91 minutes and 56 seconds on
3 minutes
There are
left, 3 minutes left.
3 minutes to go, Smith Dog.
3 minutes left. Jurgen Klopp. What a performance.
Get some young
that
blood
is.
in there, just to run around like a nutter.
Is there more
Just
subs?
run everywhere.
No, you don't want to give away free kicks, do you?
That is it.
He's a man possessed.
Barcelona have 3 minutes to turn this
Liverpool's
tie
shape
around.
has been good. They're controlling these final stages of the game. Like Barcelona, they've got
so
less
good.
and less.
You've got to be close, Joe. Come on.
and Malcolm put it in the middle.
Do you know what? You let him put it in the middle. You let him put
Yeah,
it in the
that's
middle.
where Liverpool won
You
it.
know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Look, big look, Messi's not going to ball.
What they don't want is the ball here where they can thread it through.
I think PK's
look
gone auxiliary striker, so
He
they've actually got aerial presence in there.
I don't know as a Spurs fan, if we beat Ajax, who I'd rather play at Liverpool or Barcelona. I'm scratching my head trying to think.
Just get beat by
What were your results against Liverpool in the league?
Lost both, but actually played well at Anfield.
Yeah, they did, actually.
Yeah. Played very well at Anfield. Should have got something like a freak home goal. Like
I mean, if Popp's got you to a
course, yeah.
Champions League final with his current squad, there's no way he deserves to not be at a superpower next season.
I don't think I've been this nervous since Athens.
really?
I'm being deadly serious.
Why, what happened then?
Almost winning Champions League.
Go on. He's been fantastic for
Go on,
Fabinho, man.
go on, Fabinho. Go down, go down. Go down!
Play, man.
He's a free kick. Surely now Liverpool have done enough.
There's not many
be in the
people
Champions League
better
final.
in that position than him this season.
Messi,
Messi
he's been
has
so
been.
good. He's been so good today.
Fernandinho, bang.
He's been so good.
Man of the match. Penny for your thoughts, man of the match. How do you pick a man of the match?
It's either him or Jordan Henderson. They've been fantastic.
Divock Origi? Wijnaldum, there's been so many stand-up performances.
I think Fabinho, just by virtue of being on the pitch, the whole game.
Chris, you're laughing because we're just seeing the difference in fan. It's just phenomenal. Barcelona
been
head in hands, not watching. Look at these Barcelona.
What a
spectacle.
Liverpool have been unbelievable. They're so good.
Speaking of head in hands,
So
Jermaine
good. All
Pennant
their players.
cannot
so
watch.
brave in the last stages. It's not
Yeah.
like last chance saloon, is it? They're not-
Try and get a free kick.
controlled
Try and get a free
it.
kick.
Oh, that is
Well
perfect.
done. It's such smart play.
So impressive.
Come on, Liverpool. Minutes and 10 seconds of injury time being played. 5
Keep
minutes
the
has been
ball in that corner.
allocated.
Keep it in that corner.
Liverpool on the verge of a
You
historic
get us
night.
at in the morning.
Oh my God.
Is this another historic
Look at
night?
Salah,
Look
look.
at Mo Salah.
I can't
Smiling.
believe it.
Get on the pitch, Mo. Don't be
Buzzing.
showing your T-shirt around yet. 30 seconds, big man.
Is that John Cena?
This is absolutely incredible.
keep it there,
What
keep
a
it there.
game of
Right, the
football
ref
we're
should just
witnessing.
blow up now. Come on, do football a favour.
Jermaine, I think Marco Nosera in the comments feels like you. My body functions are not working at the moment. I literally have forgotten how to breathe.
Oh, mate, I feel
How
your
you
pain,
feel, I
pal. I
reckon.
feel your
Don't put
pain.
it in.
My voice box has gone.
Hey!
They're holding it in the corner.
Yes, Jimbo.
Another free kick.
Oh, I...
The full-time beauty! It's finishing. Barcelona nil.
Amazing.
Win. It is a historic
Oh, my
night.
God.
Another historic night at Anfield. Liverpool are in the Champions League final.
Oh, these players deserve something from this season. I'm glad they're in the final. I'm glad.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Jermaine Pennant,
Oh,
can you
Messi's fuming.
begin to sum up what we have just witnessed tonight?
I'm
That
speechless.
10-year-old does not know how lucky he is to be at that game.
I'm speechless. I'm voiceless.
Unbelievable.
What a great game. What a great viewing for the viewers out there, for everyone involved. Brilliant. Oh, amazing scenes. Amazing
Jermaine,
scenes.
third European Cup
Amazing
final.
scenes.
Klopp
Back-to-back
has got
finalists.
Liverpool to. He's got them to the Europa League final. Okay, they lost. He got them to the Champions League final. Okay, they lost. But they're now in another Champions League final.
And they go into it as favourites, whoever they play. Like they're underdogs against
Big favourites against either Ajax or Spurs for you.
Referee, thank you. Great game, ref. Great game. What a game, the
The
ref.
referee is there. If you're talking to the ref, Jermaine,
Ref.
down that camera, what are you saying?
Referee, mate. Best in the world. Should be doing the final, mate. World Cup, everything, the lot. Do everything.
Do you know who the
Yeah.
referee is, Jermaine?
No.
Doesn't matter.
No, but you're the best.
Milner and Klopp.
Unbelievable.
Wow,
You're just
even
watching
Milner's
scenes.
reduced to tears.
Jimmy Milner is in tears. He is hugging
What a performance.
Jurgen Klopp.
Oh,
and
my God.
Ronaldo's there. Mo Salah's eyes are beaming.
Jordan Henderson.
Smiling.
fantastic.
Jordan Henderson, fantastic.
Man of the match.
What
He's
a
got
match
to be.
this is. What a game of
Oh,
football
my
we've
God,
witnessed.
what-
Captain as well.
Ash, let's go straight. Let's go look at your computer screen. Thousands and thousands of you are joining the live stream now. Let's go straight to you.
get
Just to let you know, there's
Oh, I love
50,000 people
I love
watching us
that.
live right now.
50k if you're watching us
50,000
live. That
people
doesn't
watching
include
us
those who
live.
joined at the start either. Monster views. I want you to read out hundreds of comments, Ash. What are people
Prince
saying?
Zinzu, oh my God, bravo Liverpool, Diallo, oh my God, no, Florent, ha ha ha.
Keep them coming.
Great game, wow, everyone is just buzzing, everyone's so happy for Liverpool.
This season has been such a team effort from Liverpool, and it's great to see. Not only obviously this historic result, but they've done it with the peripheral figures, and you can see the unity in the squad there. That's what's getting them over the line, isn't it?
The atmosphere is absolutely incredible at Anfield. Jermaine spoke about it earlier on the show. Literally a 12th man, you said, not metaphorically. It gives you that edge. You played in Champions League nights at Anfield. and you can see what it means. We just saw scenes of the Barcelona fans. There they are, absolutely devastated. Another disappointing Champions League campaign. Get your questions to us at SoccerM, at Football Daily. Use the hashtag the Football Social. 4-3 aggregate win. Ash, let's go back to you because I can see your computer screen is going absolutely crazy.
Everyone's just going mad. I can't believe it. Everyone's just so happy for Liverpool, to be honest. The comments are all flooding
let's
in.
read some out. If you can read that quickly.
It's just magical football from Liverpool. This is the greatest comeback ever from Umar. Mental. They're going to win the Champions League now. Everyone. It's all so positive for Liverpool. And look, they're all now standing in front of the Kop as the Kop sings "You'll Never Walk Alone." What a moment as a player.
I'm standing in front of the Kop too, mate.
Jermaine, this must be the best feeling as a player.
They will never, ever feel anything like that ever again, their players. To come back the way they did, in front of the Kop as well.
Yeah.
They're never going to relive that moment. It's
he's crying.
They're crying. Tears of joy in the home end. Tears of misery in the away end. In a way, it makes it even sweeter that they went 3-0 down to overturn it, because the game of football these fans have witnessed. Jordan Henderson is doing a post-match interview holding his hands as if to say, I do not know what just happened. It's got to be one of the craziest games of football he's ever played in.
People have always kind of, not questioned his inclusion, but have kind of painted him out as an uninspiring captain compared to those that have come before him, which is a little bit unfair. But he'll always have that in his locker now, won't he?
He was fantastic.
A true captain's performance in every sense.
Semi-final, Champions League.
Old clubs on that.
That was a game where Gerrard might have got us over the line, 100 times before that, but I did it on the, on the biggest stage when we needed it as well. Might only have one notch on that.
They're such a team, aren't they?
So Liverpool are in the Champions League final. Don't forget, we will be back for the Champions League final. It's a reminder of the Football Social.
Wow.
And we're back before then, but this is just a reminder we're doing a Champions League final watch-along special Saturday during the first. You do not want to miss that. If any of these Champions League games are to go by, we've seen Spurs-Man City game, we've seen the Liverpool-Barcelona game, we've seen some great Ajax games. This is set to be a phenomenal game of football. SoccerM and Football Daily's YouTube channel from 7:45. But we're not going to go anywhere just yet because there's thousands of questions flooding the streams right now. Jermaine, Chris said it earlier, whoever Liverpool play, Ajax or Tottenham, you think they are firm favourites going into that Champions League final?
After seeing this, my voice has gone, sorry folks, but after seeing this, they're undoubtedly the favourites. You know, to beat Barcelona 4-0, that in itself is something fantastic. But to do it in the manner that they've done without Salah, without Firmino, you know, it shows how much of a team they are, how balanced they are, how together they are, and how they'll fight for one another. So for me, they're 100% favourites going into the final.
It's worth pointing out the squad strength and depth as well, because many people have said it looks like Man City are the favourites to win the league and that it's in their hands, albeit there's only a point in it. But a lot of people say that of all the starting 11s that other teams have, Man City have the strength and depth. But Liverpool were reliant upon their strength and depth tonight. Origi, Wijnaldum, Henderson. They had to rely on players because of the injuries they had. And it's worth pointing out that their strength and depth has taken them to a Champions League final tonight.
So, the whole squad, you know, the backroom stuff, this game was all them as well. I know they've been preparing well as a team, staff, all through the days leading up to this game. So, you know, it's not only the players and like you said, the subs that have came in. I reckon for this game, it was more of an effort of the whole club together.
Yeah. And you see what it means for Liverpool Football Club. Look at Alisson there.
Yeah, because
been phenomenal all season.
Nobody gave Liverpool a chance before the game.
No.
You know what I mean? They've come out and they've...
You did,
a team,
mate.
Is it? Well, you know, I don't want to take all the credit for it. You know what I mean? But,
Dave did say 3-0. Even you were the most positive of anyone. Even you got it wrong.
They was absolutely fantastic tonight.
Brilliant from Liverpool. We're looking at Jordan Henderson now. No one has even left their seat at Anfield yet. Let's go straight back to Social Corner. Ash, come on, let's read some more.
So, Kimberly saying Liverpool versus Ajax final. That's the dream final. Sharky, Liverpool deserve that. Loads of people asking who's man of the match.
Oh.
How do you pick one of those players?
Do you know what? I'll give it a team man of the match. If that's ever done or allowed or can, I'll just give it a team man of the match.
That's a massive cop-out, but, you know.
Pun intended, isn't it?
It's so hard to answer that question.
I mean, it's become like an easy thing to say about Jurgen Klopp's sides, that they're more than the sum of their parts, and we do kind of trot it out time and time again. But this season, across the course of a season, Pep Guardiola has always been better than Jurgen Klopp, because Jurgen Klopp's sides have traditionally been more physically demanding, and you do see kind of a deterioration at the end of the season. But they've tuned it. They've not been as kind of relentless in their pressing this campaign. They've kind of provided a little bit more longevity in their players, and it's just been like meticulous from start to finish. If you take the genius of Pep Guardiola out of it, then they'd be having one of the all-time great seasons, and this would be the cherry on top of the cake. But unfortunately, like they have to win the Champions League. People are saying, to kind of move forward as a club. But yeah, I mean, that's a conversation for another night.
Final, Chris.
Crazy,
Ninth
crazy.
European Cup final. For
and he's got a few wrongs to right, hasn't he, when it comes to cup finals?
Yes,
in
he
Liverpool?
has,
So it'd be great to kind of end that hoodoo after a game like this.
2 in a row. 2 finals in a row. As well.
2 Champions League finals,
That alone is very
itself.
People
impressive.
forget about the Europa League, but
Where do you stand on this, Jermaine? In that not a lot of people, but certain people, pundits in the game, saying you are of course judged on trophies, but there are great managers in the Premier League that have never won a trophy for the club they're at. Jurgen Klopp and Pochettino being 2 of the famous ones. But we've had many chats with many players who would say Jurgen Klopp and Pochettino are 2 of the best managers, probably in Europe right now.
Yeah, 100%. I know it's all about winning trophies. And you can say that winning trophy determine how good a manager is, but you've got to look what he's done for Liverpool, and what Poch has done for Spurs as well.
Yeah.
They've turned him into such a good club, so you've got to take that into account. Yeah, he's got time. He's only been there 4 years now, 4 or 5 years, so he's got time to be winning trophies and more for Liverpool. Alex Ferguson was at Man U for a good 20 odd years, so let's see what he can do now. Hopefully the first one will be this final.
Dave, just the game itself. I mean, of all the games we've done on the Football Social, we have done some epic ones, it's worth pointing out, as well as some multi-watch-alongs. But this has got to be up there as one of the greatest match that we've ever seen.
Which one?
And Tottenham-Cardiff.
Oh, that was
Tottenham-Cardiff, yeah. But we watched some great ones in England in the World Cup as well.
Yeah, I feel Liverpool's midfield today, they were like, there was only 3 of them, but it was like 5 of them. They were everywhere. They pressed the ball. They were just fantastic. So my man of the match would be Jordan Henderson. Because he was the captain, because he took charge and, he said, he was just phenomenal today.
Ash, any more questions?
Yeah.
Any Man United fans, any Everton fans,
Do you know
Man
what?
City
Everton
fans?
And Paul Lucas sums it up nicely. I don't care who you support, you've got to give it up to that performance. And I think that's how every football fan will now
totally
feel.
agree with that.
This shows you what heart can do for a club. And again, you saw that in the team. Every man ran so far on that pitch and put in all the yards for the win. 4-0.
Incredible. And as a Man United fan, go on, give us your perspective. You've been reading other people's comments. Just sum up where you're at the minute.
They deserved it. They were very good. I wish my team played like that. That's all I can say. They're absolutely well done to Liverpool. They got into the final.
And over the 2 legs, I
think
think we can agree they deserved it as well. Because let's not forget the first game of football that I think many people felt that it did flatter Barcelona a little bit. Liverpool missed big chances. I mean, Barcelona did miss a big chance towards the end, but over the 2 legs, Liverpool much better team.
I think they deserved it over the 2 legs. Not by a million miles away, but they did deserve it with the chances they had. If they'd have put one of them away, I don't think they'd have put me through this much stress tonight. But it was a great performance.
First Instagram live celebration.
That was brilliant. I think Akinfenwa did one during when Liverpool scored against
Everton?
Spurs in the game we did, but not for that period of time. So we've spoken Champions League. Congratulations, Liverpool. Got to touch on the title race as well. How do you see that unfolding, guys? Chris? Well, firstly, from a sort of neutral perspective, before we get Jermaine's take as an ex-player.
OK, away from the romanticism of tonight, I think Manchester City have been the best team in the Premier League this season.
This is how it stands.
Statistically,
95
in my
points.
Gut. So I think Manchester City, will dispatch Brighton.
Yeah.
That Leicester game was. Leicester were mightily impressive.
Oh, that was tight, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, the less said about Kelechi Iheanacho's effort, the better towards the tail end of that game. But I think over the course of the season, City have just edged it. But we're talking 2 teams that are going to start the next campaign miles and miles ahead. Yeah. Wolves and Leicester are closer to Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham than those 3 are.
So, do you see this as a period of dominance for those top 2 for a long period of time?
I mean, I think, particularly Arsenal. I mean, Chelsea, if they've got that transfer ban kind of pending, haven't they?
And potentially Hazard going. A lot of talk about that.
Arsenal are 2 transfer windows away, and Tottenham seemingly don't have the money. So, I mean, two or three transfers away, Unai Emery's men from even having who he wants at his disposal. Never mind adding to a team that's already kind of bent the knee to his ways. But mental.
Jermaine, thoughts on the title race? You saw that 1 point in it. We've seen the fixtures obviously taking place as all fixtures do on the last day at the same time. So Brighton playing against City, Liverpool play at home to Wolves. Liverpool got the toughest game there,
very tough because, like I said, Wolves have came on leaps and bounds, and they're a good team this season.
Best record against the top six of any team outside
exactly.
the top six.
So it's not going to be walk in the park. I know it's at Anfield, but it's not going to be easy. So you're going to bet on Sky Bet. You're going to bet on.
He's definitely coming back.
on Liverpool, but you can't see Man City losing at all or drawing at Brighton. No disrespect to Brighton, but so you know it's going to be a Man City title. That Leicester game, then the way they celebrated after that Leicester game, I think the Man City players knew
They thought,
we've won it.
OK, before we leave the thing, quick predictions then for Champions League winners and Premier League winners. Chris, from you.
Liverpool and City, yeah.
Liverpool and City in the Premier League, Liverpool in the Champions League.
Correct.
Jermaine, same with you?
Yep.
I'd agree with that. All Spurs, can't got to stick with Spurs as well.
You've got to give
Tottenham
Spurs
Hotspur in the
a shout.
Champions
I mean,
League.
everyone's been dismissing Ajax at every stage of this competition.
And Tottenham.
You know, I mean, I think Ajax will beat Tottenham, but let's not dismiss Ajax at your peril. But
Yeah, or Tottenham. And I think Man City win the Premier League. Dave?
City for the league and Liverpool for the Champions League.
Ash?
Liverpool for both.
Come on, Ash.
Come on, Ash. As a United fan, the thought of Man City lifting the Premier League trophy and Liverpool winning the Champions League trophy. And
I don't know, like Liverpool now. I don't know what's happened to me tonight.
and worth pointing out as well, Leeds are in the playoffs, just to put that in there as well.
Right.
So, another dramatic day that we will see. And, of course, as well as the Football Social for the Champions League final, we are back this Sunday for a Football Social special. We will be watching every single match. There's 10 games going on. Our feature games will be Liverpool's match and Man City's match in the title race. 2:30, Soccer and Football Daily's YouTube channel. It'll be on all our socials, the best bits as well, don't forget. But we'll cover all 10 games. And Sean Gota is in the studio, Man City legend.
Feed the goat with your
feed the goat and see if he can score.
And do you reply?
So, like that. I can just say, massive thanks. What a guest Jermaine Pennant was today. What a guest. Did you enjoy it, Jermaine? Are you going to come back on?
100%.
Chris Hamill, brilliant to have you on as always. Thanks, Dave Jackson, fantastic. Ash, brilliant as always. Thank you very much for watching. We'll leave you with our best bits and we'll see you on Sunday. Bye-bye.
Come on,
This is all Liverpool. Why Liverpool?
Oh, my. Oh, no, Messi! Oh!
And the team's so I've done it on.
Crowd sheet. Yeah, your next podcast of the goals about you, mate.
It's down.
Send him! Oh, wow! El Bandito!
Oh, that's a bad ball!
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. As soon as you miss the first man, look what's happening.
Dyke as well.
We're witnessing. Come on! This is what I'm talking about. Champions League history. Hey, you.
Jurgen Klopp's rubbed his magic lamp and a genie's come out.
What a corner!
You get to sacked in the morning.